of the apocalypse. Samurai Goths of the apocalypse.
Hello and welcome to our first ever stream of Samurai Goths of the Apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Woohoo! Okay.
Hey! Let's go!
Okay, so this, for anybody who doesn't know, hopefully you've been seeing a few of the rules popping up through that intro screen. It's a game I've created and it's available from the UKTR website right now on in PDF form and in physical, whichever you prefer. But before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to my bestie mate Scott for the insane music he has created for that intro and for this game. It's good fun getting to create that with him again. But yeah, thank you very much, Scott. And we have an incredible cast. So without further ado, shall we jump in and meet them? So let's start with Johnny Stanton, Dr. Ink.
Hello. I always look like this. My name's Johnny Stanton. My name's Johnny Stanton, and I'm playing Dr. Ink, the corpo goth of our band, which I'm sure you'll find out the name of quite soon.
Awesome. And next up, we have Jodie from Jodie's Dice Farm.
Hello, I'm Jodie, playing the romantic goth Esmeralda, also in our band.
Awesome. And we have somebody that a lot of you may know from his stream games, is Dicecream Sandwich.
Hello, it is I, Dicecream Sandwich, also known as Kevin Parr. I am playing Western Goth named Colt Blackwood. Super stoked to be here. Nice to see you all. Let's get her done.
Woo! Okay, next up we have Critical Kit's Tim Roberts.
Hey there, I'm Tim. I am playing Gothabilly Jimmy Raven, and I'm on loan from Jimmy Raven and the Ravens.
Incredible. And last but certainly not least, we have the awesome Sam Rusk.
Hey guys, I'm playing the Pastel Goth, Ash Blossom Blade.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, shall we give everyone your band name? Everybody's been mentioning the band. Tell us your band name and what each of you do in that band.
Well, we are the Black Lantern Rejects, and I am the lead singer, bass vocalist. We're actually, this has been never done before, but we are an all bass band.
That's right.
Tim, do you want to tell them what kind of bass you play?
Yeah, I play the stand-up bass.
Kevin?
Because I'm a stand-up guy.
I play the jug.
I should have left you for last.
Come on. Oh. Be aggressive. We'll see. We'll come up with really cool ways to use it, I swear.
Jodie, what are you playing?
The electric bass.
Sam?
I'm playing the bass synth.
Amazing.
And we're the Black Lantern Rejects.
The world.
Oops, all bass.
The Apocalypse's first ever all-bass goth band. Incredible. Okay, without further ado, shall we jump in?
Go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Hey,
go.
let's go.
Let's go. Okay. It's been almost 20 years since the Gloom appeared, and our world forever changed. Where towns and cities once flourished, their streets ever bustling with people, cars, and music, now stand as a crumbling monument to these before times. Silent, overgrown, and abandoned. Well, not entirely abandoned. As the sun begins its nightly descent beyond the horizon, our story begins on the fringes of one such place. A relatively small industrial facility, once a refinery or a mining complex during the before times, stands upon a hillside along a winding switchback road. Its large black steel sliding gates, emblazoned with the words "Fuck the Gloom" in pink spray paint, open into a wide but shallow dirt yard carved into this hillside. The yard is crammed with an array of converted factory outbuildings, each now serving a very different purpose to that of its former life. Under the twilight sky, a symphony of gothic rock and metal begins to thrum, a pulsing heartbeat in an otherwise deathly still landscape. This is Black Lantern, home of the samurai Goths. But with night fast approaching, it's not just the Goths who will be starting to stir. Now currently, each of you are in your own dorm rooms, whether shared or to yourselves, getting ready for whatever duties or missions may fall your way this evening. So now I'd like to go around once more and have you describe your characters and what they may be doing, how they're feeling this morning. Let's start with Jimmy Raven. Jimmy Raven, what are you doing this morning?
What am I doing? I'm de-stringing my bass. That's what I'm doing. And I'm using it to restring my yummy bow. So I'm sat just getting the tune right on that bow.
That's amazing. Okay, very, very good. Let's go to Colt. What are you up to, Colt?
Well, Colt Blackwood, it's just kind of starting to put on his spurs on his black leather cowboy boots that have been a bit worn in with a bit of silver stitching and lining. Kind of camera goes up and it says shredded black jeans he's probably worn for the last like 10 years and has never taken them off. And they're just like stained and ripped to shreds. Going up, starting to click on this leather harness that has a bunch of Ninja Star shurikens like attached all around the waistband and up on these straps here. And there's a long silver chain attached to this black spray painted Nerf gun that has like a big sort of compartment at the bottom of the handle, a big chunky rectangular top section. Just looks like a giant like Destiny revolver almost, like big chunky metal parts stitched to it, like he kind of like hacked it together himself. Big old flat brimmed cowboy hat on, putting on his big duster brown leather jacket underneath a shirt like this with roses kind of stitched into it, black as well. Just getting ready to bring on whatever the Gloom gives us today, and just kind of looks over to our friend here tuning the bass. I'm like, I think you need to just tune it up a bit higher. I think that'll get that aligned a little with the other strings.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah. And then we can sync up our sounds together when we have our next performance. And I go under my little cot in this dorm and bring out my instrument, the jug. You're like, you were off sync last time. I can't tune this, so you have to tune to mine. It's only got one kind of, you're like,
All right, Cole. Dum, dum.
yeah. Okay, good, that's great. And I go into my pocket of my duster and bring out this old ratchety cigar that I probably found on like the side of the road just for a bit of nicotine the first thing in the morning, and whip up a match on my side of my cheek and start lighting it up.
Amazing. Let's go to Ash. Ash, what do you look like? How's your morning going? Well, your
Uh,
afternoon.
Ash is a pastel goth, so they have pink hair that just goes in front of their eyes, so you can never see their eyes. All black outfit except for a pastel pink leather jacket, and they have a belt full of throwing stars, but they all look like cherry blossoms. I'm just kind of stringing them on the belt, getting ready for the night.
Amazing. Okay, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda is in her dorm room on her own. She's got really long, like middle parted black hair, typical, like wearing all lace, if you couldn't tell, like full on lace dress, head to toe, so much black makeup. And she is currently like putting breadcrumbs out on the window in the hopes that any like remaining crows around the land will come over, because she wants to like sit and write some poetry with crows, and is trying to channel her best like Edgar Allan Poe moment. Just sat there, trying to find summon crows.
Amazing. And finally, Dr. Ink. What do we look like? What are we up to?
Dr. Ink comes out of his small closet. It's supposed to be a closet, but he's outfitted and as a bed, like as a little bedroom. But it's actually incredibly tidy in there. He comes out already suited up with his tie on. You can see there's a little vanity mirror in there, and comes out already. And he says to Colt, I've told you once, I've told you you a million times, you can tune your jug. You just need to put a little bit of water in there to make a little bit of higher sound. We're not trying to all have the same exact tune. We're trying to level it so we can harmonize while still all keeping that bass. We just get lower and lower and lower into sounds where a human ear cannot even hear. You don't understand the type of mind that is required to understand the musical talent that only sometimes dogs can hear at the hertz that we're making music in. We need to really get tonight's performance perfectly.
You know what he just said? Just looking over to my guy over there. Right.
If it sounds good, if it sounds good, it's good.
Yeah. I guess just, with our limited supply run, every time we try to get any kind of water, tend to drink it. So sorry about that.
I don't know. Use your spit. Figure something out.
All right, Sergeant, you're the boss. I'm sorry. I'm just here to just support you on your entire vision. Sometimes I don't understand it when you use them fancy words like that, like synthesis and water and all that. But, I'll try my best to keep on top of it. Next time, I'll take care of it right now. Don't worry.
Look, I have an image to uphold. I understand that you guys are all Western goth and goth ability. I'm corporate goth. I need to make sure that I am looking spiffy, that everything is perfectly aligned.
Right, yeah, no, I got to pull my own weight. I'm trying my best, like we're out there is when it's time to shine, but you're
sorry, I get it. I understand
your money and get all that. Like, I understand. I'll do my best. I'm sorry. I'm just trying here.
Jimmy, just make sure you keep him in line, man.
I have trouble keeping myself in line, man.
Where's
we'll try to go
where are the others?
Water
Anyway?
reserve. We'll get a compartment. We'll get it done. We'll get to the tune that you like. Trust me.
You could try getting an instrument that doesn't require water, Jimmy. Colt.
Yeah. Well, look, you guys got all your talents, and that's fine. I can't help it that my instrument needs to be fed and take cared for. Literally, it's like a living organism. Not many people can make the jug sing like I can. Okay, it's very.
Are you saying that my voice isn't connected to a living organism? This is complete disrespect. Where's Ash? Where's Esmeralda? We need to get everybody together.
I'll come out, and I have my synth, and I'm like, guys, the high keys don't work anymore. It's just like the broken bottom half of the synth. It only plays like the really low notes that you can't even hear. Like
Perfect. I've never heard a more beautiful sound.
I don't know, we can have a little bit of bright in there with the dark, a little balance. No.
Pastel Goths. I can't believe this.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. We can make that work. Like if we're all doing like more lower notes, maybe we just kind of stick with it.
Dr. Ink, I got a question for you.
Hit
What's
me.
about that record contract you've been talking about for several weeks now?
Look, my contacts are getting a little shady on me. I'm trying to pin them down, but the contract conversations are where things are really running into obstacles. And I know that I'm the only person who can do math here now that it's 20 years into the apocalypse, since I was having this, since I was the only one who worked in an office, but the math can still give me trouble sometimes. So we're trying to work it out. We're trying. We're working on it.
It's just that I left Jimmy Raven and the Ravens on good faith.
I know you did. I know. It was a leap of faith. It was a leap of faith that you put into us. And look, the trouble is coming into the actual water part of the contract, the stipulations that we need to get more water so that Colt can actually fill up his jug. The record company is really chapping my ass here.
All right, we've got a quest then. Let's go find some water.
Esmeralda, how are you feeling?
Wondering if we're, fairly derelict here. Who exactly is your record contract?
Oh, it's the company in town. It's My Gloomical Romance. It's the same record company that they have. We're working on it. Death Street Records, I think is what it's called.
It's around this time that you all receive a notification and a video message to your mosh bits, or they're like Fitbits or Apple Watch, but more goth. The message is from Lilith, Black Lantern's elder daimyo and leader. She's briskly walking through a dark metal corridor. Her pale skin and dreadlocked black and white hair are lit by a red neon light, only exaggerating her grimly concerned expression. Her message is blunt. We have a situation. All members of the Rejects meet me in the Lantern. End of message.
What'd we do?
Colt, what have you done?
I didn't do anything. I thought I was just trying to put water in my jug. I don't think I did. Did I do that?
Did you steal water?
I don't think so.
No, he's been filling it up with his spit. His voice sounds so dry right now. I'm so glad you're not a singer.
Well, that's why you got that position, my friend. I just blow into the jug. You tell me what to do. I throw my throwing stars around when those creepy crawls come out of the dusk. And like I said, I'm just happy to be here. You've been putting food in my belly, clothes on my back. There's not a lot of commodities that go around here these days. You got your money and you got your entertainment. It's the only thing that keeps people sane these days. And we've got that entertainment down on lock. Now, did I try to steal some water at some point to make you happy? I don't know. Sometimes after I drink out of my other jug, I pass out sometimes. But pretty sure that I didn't do it.
Damn it, Colt.
Yeah, you are spitting into the correct jug, right? It's not your liquor jug and it's not your spit jug. It's the dip jug. It's the actual instrumental jug, right?
Hold on, let me
take a sip out of all three just to make sure.
Hold on, try to see what I got. This one jug here. That's the spit jug, and then I got one. This one, that's the alcohol jug. Okay, it's a lot of jugs. I can coordinate my jugs collection right now.
You do that.
Yeah, I got to label them. Just give me 1 second. I'll figure this out. Don't worry, I'll get it.
Maybe we can figure this out on the way over to our contact.
They probably just want to tell us what a great job we've been doing.
They're probably going to, congratulate us on working on this record deal.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants us to play a show tonight. Keep up the morale.
For sure.
Yeah. What is this person's name again?
This was Lilith, and she is
Lilith.
The sort of the leader of Black Lantern, the elder daimyo.
Our manager.
Go see Lilith, huh?
So
yeah, we should go see Lilith.
So the Lantern is a another building it's central to the yard. So it's a central boxy building raised on steel legs, looking over the steel gate and wall. To the front is a large floor-to-ceiling multi-paned window, and a warm glow lights the interior. To its right, there's a tunnelled walkway lit in red, which links to a larger building. And to the left, there is a metal switchback staircase leading up from the yard. So as you make your way out of your dorm building and approach the yard, that is what you see. And what you do, you're heading on up.
Yeah, let's
Might
go
as
get
well.
our praise. Let's go get some praise from Lilith and see if we've got a gig.
If it was cult, then I say we push him in the room and run away.
Yeah, we don't really need Colt, right? Like we don't need the jug. We have enough bass
It's
instruments in
just
this
a
band
jug.
anyway. It's just a jug.
Oh, whoa. Colt's my tuning fork. Colt goes nowhere.
I think we all have an important part to play, and we have to stick together.
Yeah.
It was an important part of getting Jimmy in this band was having Colt as his tuning fork.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That
Jimmy left the
aside,
Ravens.
that and the record contract were the only two stipulations.
Yep. It's the only
It's
two
true.
reasons I joined this band.
You know, the stand-up bass is usually the singer is the front man of the band. It's the stand-up bass that is the front man of this band. So we really need Jimmy to be happy. And if Colt is what makes Jimmy happy, then by all means.
That's the first line. Point one in the contract, make Jimmy happy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right.
but-
Come on, Colt.
Everybody take an action point for all of that. That's fantastic. Okay, you make your way up this steel, slightly rusted staircase, and up to the outside door of this lantern building. You knocking, or you walking on through? How are we playing it?
I feel like we're the kind of people that just walk through a door.
Exactly.
Exactly what I was.
I don't know.
They've summoned us. We just open the door and walk in, right?
While
I
we're
got
still
it.
a fledgling group and we haven't fallen out, we haven't got into any kind of acrimonious dispute that's going to split us up. Let's agree on what we do in these situations. Are we a walk through a door kind of band?
Absolutely.
All right.
Excellent.
Right, let's argue
We
about
don't even walk
first.
through. We kick the door down.
All right. Well, I was going to say walk through and I'll kick you down, but okay, we'll go with that.
probably mad at us. We keep kicking down the doors that every room we go into, and like they need the doors to keep bad stuff out.
It's fine, Colt. Colt, it's fine.
The Gloom doesn't care about
Right.
doors.
Colt, do you want to be the one to kick the door down? That sounds fun.
Really, you gonna let me kick the door down this time? Usually, you will do it. You don't. I'm allowed. It's okay.
You have this one. And then I'm going to whisper to Ash. If she gets really pissed, then it's his fault.
All right. Well,
Just like gesture at the
Take your
door
boots
for
off,
Colt to just go ham.
all right. Let me get that spur on right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Cole, you got this. Got to be impressed. All your new friends now. Don't be a weirdo. Okay.
Take a run up.
Yeah. Take 2 steps forward and try to kick it.
Yeah, you take a couple of steps back and you run forward. Bang! As you just see Lilith in the center of this room swing her head round like, what the fuck, Colt? Fuck's sake! You gave me a heart attack. Jesus Christ!
Colt, what are you doing?
It
You
was
didn't need
Colt.
to kick the door down, Colt.
Jeez.
Lilith, you told us to when we enter a room to make a statement, make people notice us.
Yeah, make a statement, don't
I'm
give
just going from the direction, just trying to practice our entrance and making sure everyone sees us when we enter a room. Like make a statement, right? That's what you said, and be entertaining.
Yeah, maybe sense the tone. Could you not sense the tone in the message? Anyway, never mind. Just get in here. As you
All
sort
right.
of walk into
Sorry,
this-
I'll just you guys come on here. I'll just try to. I was like picking up the door, like I can't. I think the hinges broke off. No, that's okay. You gotta go ahead. I'll figure this out. Yes.
So,
I'll lean here. You guys go. I'll talk over here.
Lilith, what was it you needed?
okay, so look, we've one of our top scouts and supply runners, Hemlock. He's MIA in Gloomtown. He left for an urgent supply run mid-afternoon on his bike and should have been on his way back by now. Our last communication was an hour ago and it was riddled with static and interference. Could be a range issue, we get that, but it could be due to a heavy gloom presence. The best we could make out was that he was perhaps laying low. We've heard nothing since. Prior to that, things were going well. He had collected most of the supplies, but wanted to head back to a music store he had found, Midnight Records or something. Apparently it's near the church, and as you look out this window that's with this part of the building being raised above the wall, you can look out and you see there's below your hillside is this quite large woodland area, and then just beyond that is this remains of a town from the before times, quite a large town. And she's pointing out through the window, and you can see amongst these tall buildings, there is a spire. Apparently is somewhere near there. Not many of us have been into Gloomtown. We normally go to some of the other smaller places for our supply runs, but they're running dry. Needs must, and he insisted that he went there. I told him he shouldn't go back for a run to the music store, so another time. But he insisted. He said he's got time. He'll be quiet and quick. But yeah, we've not heard anything since. Anyway, here's a list of what he had found before we lost contact, and sort of goes to hand you a list.
Right.
As she's talking, you've sort of like, before she handed you the list, you see her sort of, she's talking, she's sort of fiddling with a ring on her left hand as she's talking.
Do we know anything about their relationship?
Yeah, it's always been she's quite a private person, but there's been rumours going around that there's been maybe dating for some time, but she's never seemed like the person who kind of dates. She never really shows much of emotion, and this is kind of the first time that you guys would have seen her show any kind of emotion other than shouting and bossing people around. So yeah, but yeah, she doesn't normally have a ring on her hand either, so perhaps there's some.
Do we know anything about Hemlock himself or themselves?
So yeah, you would know Hemlock is another Western Goth. He's always been quite sneaky and good at, he's been really good at supply runs and scouting out new places. But he does have a little bit of a tendency to go awry somewhat and get sort of like caught up in the moment in places. So it's not the first time he's caught himself in a bit of a sticky situation, but he's only made a handful of trips to Gloomtown. And he's obviously found something that's maybe distracted him, and he's got himself into a bit of trouble. But that's what Lilith is presuming.
All right. Well,
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this is a list from before we lost contact of what he had found. So please, if you can find Hemlock and the supplies and get back safely, either look, take the road and a vehicle if you like around the woods and into town, or head through the woods on foot. I'll leave that up to you. Most of you have patrolled the woods at some point or another. You know bits of that, at least our territory. But the road it's open. If you take a vehicle, it may be quicker, but obviously that's going to make some noise. So I'll leave it up to you. If any of you have a vehicle, or we've got some that you can use. But yeah, she hands you a two-way radio. You'll need this as well. It's tuned to his frequency in case he makes contact again. Good luck. Stay vigilant, and please come back in one piece. Anything else you need to know or need from me, be quick with it.
I'd just ask what colour the bike was, just in case we see a biker around town.
You would know his bike it's a black Honda Goldwing. So and he has like a sidecar on the side that's kind of converted with sort of like a shopping cart, sort of, you know, for getting his goods and putting them in there and getting back.
Finders keepers. All right, let's go find this bike. Let's go find Hemlock.
I lean over to Ash and say, "Hey, so Lilith seems all torn up about Hemlock gone. I guess maybe it's not the worst thing in the world if we don't find Hemlock, because Lilith, maybe she's open. I don't know. Like, what do you think the deal is there?"
She seems really upset right now, so maybe we should go find him.
She seems sort of she seems pissed off and upset.
Yeah, she's definitely upset, but maybe we can make her less upset. Maybe the supplies are a little more important than bringing Hemlock back, because she'll still be happy with the supplies, and we get on our good side. And then, I don't know. I don't want to be too, taking advantage of the situation or anything like that. But just don't want to be too opportunist.
Yeah, people get eaten by the gloom all the time, so maybe.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, cross my fingers.
Is the list we were given a list of things he had found or places he had found?
Items that he had found. So there was a few things that were needed urgently, and there's a few extra little bits that he's found. So if you're looking at the list, it says medical supplies, 2 bags, electrical supplies, some black clothing, makeup, books, and then CDs and vinyl with question marks next to it that seems to have been hurriedly sort of written down, kind of almost angrily. It's in capitals and underlined. That's what's on the list. Those handful of items.
Not the black clothing.
I want to ask
black clothing.
I want to ask Lilith. So, if things start to go wrong when we go to Gloomtown, what is the number one priority? Would it be the supplies, or would it be Hemlock?
I too am interested in finding this out.
Dr. Ink is like,
obviously both, if you can, both.
But if you had to put a number on it, or like a priority list.
If it's dangerous, if he's been compromised in any way, get the supplies and get yourselves out of there. It's losing 1 against losing 6. So, get the supplies and get out. But only if you can't save him. We don't leave a man behind. Come on, we don't leave a goth behind. But
no goth left behind.
Yeah, I understand this. The
No
times
goth left behind. We don't do that ever, right, guys? We don't leave no one ever behind. Not.
Okay, cool.
Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and I'm guessing she seems quite distraught saying that. She doesn't want to say that, does she?
No, not particularly. There's still when she paused, there was sort of a glint of, well, he really fucked me off, but yeah, there's still, he's he obviously means something to her.
No goth left behind.
No goth left behind.
I'm going to make a suggestion as well. Cole, I suggest you bring that door with you. See if we can get it fixed up.
Wait, bring the door to get Hemlock?
I think, to use your parlance, you got some amends to make.
Well, it could make a good shield, maybe. I don't know. All right. Lilith, can I take your door?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to bring it back in one piece. I can't guarantee that either, though. But, we'll try our best.
Okay, just
The idea is we bring it back fixed.
Okay, just.
I don't understand how that works necessarily, but I'll just go with your gut because you know these things better than I do.
I feel like
Bring a
I'm taking
wall
advantage of Colt's
attached to
good
it, I guess,
nature.
but oh well. All right, well, I'm just gonna take the door with me, Lilith. You might want to get someone to put up like a fence or something, so mutants
Or
don't.
maybe one of those like beaded kind of doorway things.
Yeah, I think the mutants out there hate that clickety clackety sound anyway. It's just like reminds them of like a weird incense shop or something. But anyway,
Nobody can kick down a beaded doorway. So
that is true. Nobody
That is
can. Yeah. So at least you got that going for you. This
what you will lack in privacy, you will gain in vibes.
I mean, you make a fair point. But now, please go. And she's just staring at the lot of you, just sort of wondering why you're all still stood here, and one of you's holding a door still. And yeah, it's just,
Yeah, we better
All
go.
right, time to go.
Okay.
Oh, you can use the door as a sled when you go down the stairs.
Oh, sick! I'm getting. I'll see you later.
as you hear as he,
Light speed, Colt! Light speed!
as you know, like in industrial staircases where they sort of go up a bit and then they have a platform and then they go up the other way. So all you hear is ah! As he laying. All right, next stairwell. Ah!
Equipment, metal.
Amazing. Okay,
Adding a door to your equipment.
you make your way down into the yard, and I guess what's your method of travel going to be? Are you wanting to take the road, which is so the roadway would be sort of a longer way, and it goes it's sort of flanked by the woodland on the right hand side, and then you've got sort of a grass verge with topped by a fence, and there's fields just beyond that. But yeah, it's more open, but and you can take a vehicle, but obviously that maybe comes with some noise to it. Or you can go through the woods that you will know at least 50% of, which you've patrolled before. And then, but beyond that, when it gets to Gloom territory in those woods, you haven't been there, so it is entirely up to you.
Colt, you're okay carrying that door all the way through the woods several miles, right? Yeah, you look like you can.
If I have to, yeah. I guess. I'm attached to my harness here. I'll just drag it around. Might make a little bit of noise, but I'll try my best just to like keep it up off the ground the whole time. Just walking.
Remember, you have to fix that to bring it back to Lilith. You have to fix the hinges, and it's going to have to go right on the door when we come back.
Yeah.
Or else Lilith's going to be really mad.
I know it's going to be even harder to find a wall to attach it to and bring that all the way back here. But
And we're going to have to find even more black clothes to make her happy again.
Okay, yeah. Hinges, check. Black clothes, check. I'll do whatever I can. I'm pulling my own weight. I just don't want to be my man's, little sidekick here. Like I have a lot to bring to the group. Don't worry. I'll do what I can. You count
Damn right
on me.
you do, Colt. Damn right you do.
Yeah, don't be a hemlock.
Yeah.
No, I do. No, I'm not. No, don't want to be Hemlock. Don't want to be that at all. Do not want to be left behind at some crazy rundown city. No. You can trust old Cole Blackwood to carry his own weight and doors. So.
Oh, foreshadowing.
All right, so I think we take through the wood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think, if Hemlock anything's happened to him, if we go in with a vehicle, they'll alert to us straight away. Let's go on a little stroll. There might be birds.
Dated birds.
All right.
Okay. So you make your decision. You've got like some Goths on guard on the gate, and they begin to open this large black gate with the words "fuck the Gloom" on the front. That just And I'm imagining this is like slow action movie walk towards the gates, looking through and making your way down this switchback road montage scene. Anything you're saying and doing along the way, or do you just want to get the job done, get to those woods?
Do we want to rehearse a little bit? You know, a little bit of want to practice the fifth bar of Black Parade, or my black brothers and sisters. I don't know.
I just
That wasn't exactly. That was one of my note. That was one of my suggested songs that we haven't written yet. I know we haven't talked to you guys about that one yet. You guys know all our songs. I don't have to name all the songs that we have.
It's just like others famous song titles, just with like black and goth and like other things just replaced. Sympathy for the Goth Devil.
Black intro and black outro.
I'm worried that if we start to practice out here in the woods, it might attract some unwanted attention. That's just me, though.
I do feel like a man wielding a door does also attract attention, but annoyingly, he does have a point.
Off the ground, like what are you, side quests, like Jesus. I'm just trying to do my best here.
Cole, if you don't carry that door and practice with your jug at the same time, you're out of the band.
All right. Well,
and this guy writes the contract. Sorry,
yeah.
Cole.
It's okay. In charge of the bill. I just gotta like hold it with one hand. All right.
Don't help him. Don't give him any help. He needs to earn this.
Solve the initiations. Just come on. All right.
I don't like watching him suffer.
I sneakily try to like take weight off the bottom of the door with my foot, like big goth boot, just trying to lift it off the ground a bit so he's not holding so much weight.
Goth hazing.
All right. That's enough. You're good. You did great.
Okay. Thanks.
You're so out of breath.
Incredible. Yeah, you do have a little rehearsal as you're making your way down the switchback road, and then you come to the main road where it veers off around the side. So if you were taking the main road route, or you can just walk as you're going to walk across and into the tree line that stands right in front of you and comes right up to this hillside. And it is this side of it. I mean, it is. There's a few well-trodden paths through the woods from years of Black Lantern's patrols keeping out the gloom, keeping the gloom out of your territory. It's lush, it's serene. There's birds and squirrels. There's a crow. All manner of wildlife. It would be paradise if you didn't know what lay beyond. This is. It's that for like quite a bit of the way as you're mooching through and you're following some patrol paths and listening to the birds and watching the squirrels run around. It's pretty beautiful. A moment of serenity ahead of what lays ahead of you. So, anything you guys wish to be doing while you're in here, or you're just walking through, some idle chit chat? Do we stop the practicing?
If we're kind of starting to enter into this more open area, I don't know, I think I just take a quick look around for like if there's like fresh tracks, footprints, just any indication that like someone's come through here recently, or evidence of any creepy crawly mutant things that have been nearby.
As you're walking around, and it's sort of like about half an hour or so into this walk through the woods, mainly sticking to patrol paths as best as you can. So obviously it's well trodden with there's nightly patrols around here, and as the sort of further you get in, there's that you start noticing where there might have been a bit of a skirmish. There's this sort of like this black ichor on the floor and sort of drag marks where the body's been dragged back and disposed of somewhere. But yeah, other than that, not a lot. It's where something's obviously tried to break through into Black Lantern territory, and you'd say in the last sort of maybe 3 or 4 days. Again, you guys would get reports of any of these sort of things happening. But yeah, it's other than that, it's pretty peaceful at the moment. But there is signs that obviously something recently has happened.
Guys, I think something came through here. And it didn't look very good for whoever it ran into. And I just kind of like point down like the black ichor and like the signs of struggle and stuff like that. Might want to keep your wits up about you.
Oh, I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
As you get a bit further on and you make your way to this is sort of the edge of your territory, of Black Lantern's territory, and you come out.
I have a question, Gloomweaver.
Yeah, of course.
As a corporate goth, I am a problem solver.
Yeah.
And I'm an intellect and a problem solver. Academics or the Gloom, you always have some useful insight.
Yeah.
What does this ichor give me any kind of knowledge of? Is this directly related to the Gloom? Is this a monster that normally leaves this kind of ichor?
Yeah, so a lot of the creatures of the Gloom they have it's essentially it's sort of blood. Some of them or some of them can spew like this black ichor, and it can be like sort of caustic and burn. Looking at it, there's sort of a stickiness to it. So this looks like it was less of its blood, but perhaps more of an attack that is either hit and fallen off somebody or is missed, and there's just like this sort of globule of it left on the floor. But yeah, you would say,
in my expert opinion, this is related to a monster that is from the Gloom. So just keep an eye on that.
Definitely not him.
So yeah, you then a little bit further along, you come up to this large clearing.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Ink. Thanks for that special information. Yeah, no, well, you're welcome. It's fine.
I think we all know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You don't have to thank. You don't have to thank me. It's fine. You don't have to thank me. It's okay. I get it.
You did a great job. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, own it.
So you approach this large clearing with like there's partial walls and foundations from all covered in moss and roots and vines, from something from the before times, some small settlement that was here and has been since over the last 20 years has just been overgrown and overtaken by nature. There's even like you see a child's bike, long rusted, its back tire mangled as a tree has began to grow through the spokes. It's just a small reminder of the before times and how long ago that was. On the other side of the clearing, the woods darken dramatically. The trees grow black and twisted. There's these sort of black veins that run up each of the trees, and their leaves, as you look up, they're just blackened, and the canopy is almost it's overgrown and interlaced with one another, and it just makes it incredibly dark in this other half. It's a complete contrast to where you've been walking through. Yeah, how do you approach, or how do you approach what are you guys doing?
Look, Jimmy, you wanted to find a bike. And I point at the like kid's little tricycle that's been grown through.
What colour's the tricycle?
It's pretty heavily rusted, but I mean it's sort of pink and white from what you can gather of what's left.
That's not Hemlock's bike. Hemlock's bike's black. I asked this question.
If you want it, we can just like rub all the ichor over it if you want it to all be black.
No, leave it pink.
Pink and black.
Did you want the little tricycle, Ash?
I do, but the tires are gone.
Colt, put the door down.
Yeah, is there
Pick up the
any
bike.
tires whatsoever, or is
There's
it
probably
just
not
like
any
metal?
rubber on there.
Yeah, I'm sure that Colt can carry you if you want to ride the bike, and Colt can have you sitting on top of the
Just
door.
like, hold on, I've got a whole door on me. Like I can't go all this stuff.
Colt, you're
Quit
so
complaining,
nice.
Colt.
Thank you. No, just kidding.
We could make you into a BMX ramp.
It's a good idea.
Amazing.
And then you can fix the door
Yeah.
again.
Okay, like I'm carrying the bike and the door, and you now.
No. Colt, do not let people take advantage of your good nature. You do not need to carry the bike. Just the door. Let's be clear.
I feel like it's too late for me to ask, but Jimmy, why does he have the door?
Because he's got to fix it for Lilith. He kicked it down.
It's his punishment.
I did. I kicked
How
it
is
down.
he
on the
gonna-
ground,
Well,
but
I wouldn't go that
I wouldn't
far.
move whatsoever.
How is he going to fix it in Gloomtown?
He'll figure it out.
He's got more
Okay,
time
that-
to fix it in Gloomtown.
So, okay.
And also, if the door's not there, Lilith's not going to be thinking about the door, right?
What?
She's got a cool new beaded door
It's true.
that you can't kick down.
Why was
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Lilith-
We
Over promise, under deliver. It's like, well, okay.
That's I was
well,
just
bad
gonna
news.
say, if we don't come back with either hemlock or the supplies, we're gonna at least come back with the door and say, hey, at least you have your door again.
Uh-huh. You see? That's corporate
Is there
speak
a-
right there.
So the
That's
door
what-
is
that's a big
plan
contract.
C.
The door is essential to every plan that we have.
Well, at the moment,
Let's
the
be
door
clear.
is plan A until we get some other shit done.
The door is plan A, B, and C. It's woven throughout all of the strategy that we have in the corporate world. We talk about the foot in the door. This is our foot in the door, is having Lilith's door.
Well, technically, Colt put his foot in the door, but
Colt put his
Good
foot
job,
through the
Colt.
door.
that means Colt needs a raise.
Colt has some initiative, which I think we can all learn from.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be you wanting to get your foot in Lilith's door.
What is that? What are we talking? I don't even know what that means. That is crude speak. We don't. I'm going to report you to HR.
Who's HR?
There's no fucking HR in the Black Lantern.
I think Lilith is also
Is that
HR.
Hemlock?
I think Hemlock might be
What's
HR.
HR?
Letters H. The last name of an art.
Yep.
Oh, it is
Harold
now.
Ramis.
So I think we might have to go through that spooky bit. I love that. Look, it's all black and gloomy, but maybe we could have Colt Colt can go in front and hold the door like a giant shield.
But what happens if the door gets
That way the
muffled up?
door is actual. The door isn't an integral part of this plan.
Hey, Colt, I know that you can teleport sometimes. Can you teleport with that door? Or does
Yeah,
the
do you
door
take
leave
what you're
when you
holding?
teleport?
He just leaves all his clothes behind every time.
No, it's not a naked thing.
He runs
okay?
back, gets
I know
him.
that's a gross misconception about how that works.
Is it
all right?
is it a pervy
It's not
thing?
like-
Is it a thing? Is it a thing that's super pervy?
No, I just need you all to look. I need you all to turn around when I do it. Need you all to
Yeah.
not look at me
Oh, Colt's got performance anxiety.
a little bit. I swear to God, it works. It just I get a little nervous, and it helps. When I'm fighting, sometimes it just happens. Like I don't even know what's happening. It's just like a subconscious thing.
Well, the good part is we don't even need to stop looking at you. You can just hide behind the door before you do it.
Do that.
True, exactly. Hiding in plain
Yeah,
sight.
remember, like you used to get those magicians that would do like quick changes. Just use the door. Now he's Colt. Now he's Smoke.
I've always known this about you, that you've always wanted to be a magician, Colt.
I mean,
You're
that's
going
what
to
I
bring
tried
back the
to do
lost
first.
art.
I tried. Some people got murdered. I thought maybe that'd be a way to earn my living entertaining people. I tried a few shows. it didn't really work out so well. I thought I could tame one of the mutant Gloom people, and guess what? They ate an entire family. But that's not the case here.
I mean, usually when you try to saw somebody in half, there has to be an actual trick to it, not just.
Well, now
not just
we
do
know.
it.
Now we know. I thought it just, it was like a spectacle kind of thing.
It was a good idea for the opener of Black Lantern Rejects. It's okay. I know we were trying to look for an opener and nobody wanted to open for us. We were going to let you do magic show to open for us, and it didn't work out. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of like you got to pick your crowd. There are some crowds that really do want to see people get sewn out for real, and they really like that stuff.
That's true.
Birthday parties.
Pastel goths get really weird sometimes, and they like to see this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this memberment, they are ace in the
Okay,
hole.
I think let's figure out where we're going. All I'm going to say at this point is that I still think everything hinges on the door. Okay?
I see what you did there.
I didn't. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I just said it hinges on the door.
Not on this.
No, best sense of humor sometimes. It's fine. Look, we got to get through here and get old Mr. HR so Lilith will be happy and I can fix the door, and we're going to headline the next Gloom Festival. So I think we just got to brave the storm, just go through here. Seems to be the quickest way. I'll use the door as best I can as a shield in case we go into anything funny. I'll be at the front lines. If I see anything, I can direct traffic and deal with whatever comes forward. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So how are we approaching?
Are we making Colt our leader? Is that what's happening now?
No,
We're making him our punching bag. Let's be honest.
That's for corporate goths to do. I'm just here to help and support in any way that I can. I'm just happy to be here.
So Colt's on
The
point.
important thing is that we feel that we are a family here in the Black Lantern. That we all feel like we all have our own piece of the pie, and that we are all a strong, interconnected family. Now, Colt, get in front of us. Go. Start walking.
Why do I feel like you're going to make more money than us, Dr. Ink? Whatever happens.
No, of course not. You haven't been looking at the contract, have you?
I haven't seen it yet.
Equal 5-way split, right?
Definitely. And that door, the price of the door fixing will come out of Colt's part of the contract. Yes.
It's okay. If anything goes wrong, we just get a pizza party.
I've done worse things for pizza. All right. Well, just go through here. And just start to push my way through all the goo and the blackness.
Let's go. Riot police.
Awesome. Yeah. So you start making your way through. You're leading the way, Colt. You got your door up in front. You're marching forward into the darkness.
Passingly strong.
Are you? So how are you just marching through? Are you going stealthily, or what sort of pace have we got?
I will go as stealthily as someone with a giant double door can go in pitch black mist-like environments.
Excellent. Okay, make an apocalypse check, which I believe will be the first roll of the game.
All right. Well, that's a 1.
That's a 1.
So,
Okay. Yeah, it all looks good.
He hasn't rolled yet, I don't think.
You only get
didn't roll a 1. Okay.
Oh.
6.
Hey.
Which means that explodes and I can roll again.
Yeah.
Only in combat. So yeah.
Oh, in combat, is it?
Yes,
Right,
it's just combat, but yeah. So yeah, but 6, it's a success. Perfect. You're going impressively well for someone holding a big steel door. And yeah,
I think what happens is I help out by pulling out my katana and punching a little slit about like an inch tall so that he can look through in the front like it's a riot shield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
So now we're damaging the door more.
We'll fix it. Cole will figure out how to fix it. Don't worry.
Yeah, viewfinder.
Yeah, if we put a little slider in, Liz would love that. She'll be able to check people out before they come in. Perfect.
Yeah, we've augmented the door.
Amazing.
We're still improving the door. Cool.
Okay, yeah, you are making your way through, and you got this little slit, and you're managing to dodge at roots underfoot and not walk into trees and things. And as you're looking around, you at the moment, I mean, you're Goths, you see pretty well in the dark, but this is like another level of darkness. This is oppressive, and you can see through it, but it's almost like there's like dust in the air or something. That you struggle to see through. Although, in fact, that would be more for everybody else. Whereas Colt, with one of your skills, being a Western Goth, this is more at the peripheral for you, and you can actually see quite well through the gloom darkness. And yeah, hence why you're navigating the way, and you are moving through without issue.
I was molded by it. No,
and yeah, you start making your way through. And if I could get a group stealth check as well now, please. So it will be for that. It will be your apocalypse, yes.
Is that apocalypse? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I rolled 3 dice and I rolled a 4, 5, and a 1. Does that mean it's a 4?
So you got 2 successes.
3 successes.
One success.
4 and a 6.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, you guys are stealthy as anything. You guys aren't making barely a sound through here, and
we are the night.
Yeah, and it's weird in here. Like the sound.
It's a good title for a song.
Yeah, that is one of our songs.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah. We are the night.
But damn it! Pay attention, Dr. Unk. You sing them.
I'm sorry.
That one's the instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because like
that's on our hidden album. The one that you have to play our songs backwards to be able to release. Yeah.
Okay, it's the one that plays like after a 3-minute nothing of the last song only.
On track 18, it's the hidden record that happens after 2.5 minutes of silence.
It was really hard to play that tune backwards and record it. But...
Yeah, I'm writing it down because this is now law.
You just have to.
Especially making jug sounds backwards instead of going.
I was going to say you had to suck from the jug.
Sucking the air out of the jug.
Pretty much.
And that's where all the water.
It ain't easy. This is why it's hard to find a good jug player. Someone who can toot in and toot out and toot back in.
Isn't that just?
Does it hurt to toot back in?
It really does. You know, like the air gets sucked into your lung, but it's just like it's impactful. You know, really gets up in there.
The inward toot.
Not an easy feat to pull, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And that's why you're part of the band.
True.
Yeah.
The inwards toot.
A very specific skill set. The inward toot.
When he told me that they were needing someone to do an inward toot feature on that first album, I was like, buddy, I've been practicing this my whole life. Don't worry.
He was just a session tutor, but he managed to get we gave him the job.
I had no idea how this game was going to go, but I did not think that inward tooting would come up.
I have actually cried.
Yeah, as you're making your way through this this darkened area into the gloom territory of the woodland, the sound is really deaden here. There's no echo, and it's almost like you have water in your ears. That sort of, when you can hear sound with but it's all muffled. It's a little bit like that. It's a strange. Again, it's this sort of oppressive nature of any areas that the gloom has taken over. So it's kind of like a weird. It's kind of strange on your senses. Yeah, you were making your way through, and with your group stealth check, you are flying through here, barely making any noise, and you're keeping up a good pace. You're starting to see sort of hints of the trees thinning a little bit and not quite as densely packed. There's glimpses of light peeking through the canopy. Of what is left of the light. It looks like the sort of the final light of the day, and you can just make out this sort of dark pinky purple sky that's above. But yeah, you've still probably got you'd say, as a guesstimate, you'd say probably got another sort of half an hour or so's walking through here, and then you'll break out, and you should, with some luck, come out into Gloomtown. But first of all, just give me one last group check, if a bit perception, sort of like one last apocalypse check. So if you're looking around, keeping your eyes peeled, and if and see how stealthy you're moving.
1 success.
3 successes.
Excellent.
Fail.
Yeah.
Fail.
6.
Perfect. Okay, so as you're walking through, and you're just approaching the end, and you're starting to see the buildings appear for in Gloomtown beyond, and Esmeralda, you trip on a route, and you sort of fall into one of these trees and give it a bit of a nudge, and you don't think anything of it, and you sort of dust yourself off and go to carry on walking, but there's the trees around it start to sway, and quite frantically, and you just see this black ichor falling from the trees, and is just getting flung all around, and some of it hits you, and you take 1 point of willpower damage as this black ichor flies against your skin. And it's quite, again, it's like a lot of the stuff with the gloom, this is quite caustic, and it is burning on your shoulder, but only a little bit gets you. But these trees are sort of rustling around, and you swear that you can hear them making this sort of high-pitched whining, whistling noise. This just...
Oh, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
The microphone's not picking that up.
Oh, man. Anyway.
The audience can hear the high. It's so high pitched.
Yeah. Dogs out there
Human ear could not hear it.
But yeah, there is a high-pitched sort of, just barely audible to the human ear. But yeah, you swear you can hear something, and it is just... These trees are starting to sway, and they are flinging this stuff all over the place, and it is making a bit of a noise. What do you do?
Quickly, put the door above us.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
right.
help!
I'm coming.
The trees are shitting on us. We need to move out of here.
God damn it! I'm not doing a good job taking care of this door.
I mean, you protect Esmeralda, but this it's got this burning black ooze on it, and it is starting to. It's left a bit of a few marks on there, but as you stay still for those few moments, they start to ease. But they did make a bit.
It's
of noise.
stylistic.
Well, you ruined Lilith's door.
I didn't
got stuff
ruin
all over it.
It's just a little bit damp. It's all just like not eating all the way through. Improve it, right? Improving it.
It's got a hole in it,
aesthetic.
nick on it, yeah?
Yeah, you've got a hole cut in it, and you've got some nice scorch marks almost on
So
it.
it's going. We're going
Wait.
backwards before we go forwards, which is fine. It's fine.
Ink, are you saying the door was more important than me?
Of course not. I told him to go protect you, but then he started ruining it by letting the trees drop their ichor on it. I didn't want him to ruin the door. But look, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I know there are a ton of artists that like just throw stuff at the parchment, and then it turns into something because that's their art mind. I think that's the kind of thing that we're gonna be able to do. Is with those scorch marks, we can make
right?
a beautiful
Gloomson
yes,
Pollock.
Gloomson Pollock it. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so you it's sort of the weather the storm of these of angering the trees in the Gloomwood, and you carry on making your way. You swear you hear some movement, especially particularly Colt and Dr. Ink, with your abilities. You can just sense when something's near, and you can't quite pinpoint it at the moment, but it seems to be to your left. It's to your right, but there is some movement somewhere around you. Something, especially Dr. Ink, your sort of the nature of your corporate goth. You can certainly sense that there is something, and you feel like you are being watched heavily. But you only have a couple of minutes to go, and you'll break this tree line.
Do we want to make a run for it? Or do we want to stand here and fight?
We'll run
I mean,
to fight another day.
If we run, you only have to be faster than the slowest person. I think with the door, Colt is probably going to end up as the slowest person.
Oh, now come on. Now, like, I've been pretty good about carrying this door pretty fast now, but like, I could at least be a little bit of a defense barrier, I guess, if it sneaks up. I've never been. Run!
Run!
All right,
Y'all
run.
start sprinting.
Start running.
You start sprinting, and you guys can sense again, Dr. Ink and Colt. You can sense that there is something on your heels, and the rest of you start hearing.
Can I use one of my equipment slots to drop caltrops behind us?
Of course you can. Yeah, You're running. You drop these caltrops down, and a few moments later, you hear. First of all, you hear a. And then you hear and it's just the movement sound seems to stop. But, in fact, I'll get each of you. Actually, again, it'll be apocalypse roll. Just and whoever rolls the lowest, we'll see.
That's 3 successes again.
Excellent.
Oh, 4, 5, and 5. 3 successes.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Same.
I got a 5.
Got 5. Okay. You drop these caltrops and you hear the thing stop, but then you sort of like half look around, and Esmeralda and Ash, you are sort of running either side of Colt, and this huge, nasty sort of green-black blob of something hits the back of this door, hits the door on Colt's back and sprays over each of you, and you each take a willpower point as this
Oh, no.
gets on you, and it's not so much that this burns as such. It's heavy in its nature. It pushes into you and almost knocks you to the ground. There's just something, although it doesn't burn, you can just, even though you wipe it off, you can just feel this presence of it on you. There's something like, almost like you're marked.
I look to Jimmy. Oh no, they got gloom globbed.
They did get gloom globbed.
The worst kind of glob.
And as you look around, and it's not too far behind you, you see that this thing is now sort of like shaking more its back legs, because its front legs are like arachnid legs, and you see this sort of semi-humanoid neck into a humanoid face with this sort of black face markings against a pallid white skin, and a black sort of mane that runs down onto more like a sort of like a wildcat sort of back on it.
It sounds like you're just like describing your own self right now. Yeah?
I was just thinking that about what we were saying.
Yeah, the facially it looks like this, and then at the back.
Oh no, it's Anthony! Run!
Blue Weaver.
Kill it.
Kill it with fire.
And at the back of it, there's this. At first, you think it's sort of like a tail, but it's not. It's this sort of. It's almost like a fleshy cannon that has just launched this thing out of it, this glob out of it.
Has anybody ever said fleshy cannon before?
Fleshy cannon, probably not. Yeah,
That's another good song.
not a no.
Yeah, that's another one of our songs. You should know this, Doctor.
That's true. It's true.
Things I didn't expect to come up. Fleshy cannon. And
We should write all these down as our songs, shouldn't we? We should create an album out of this. Definitely.
I have literally just written down the words fleshy cannon.
Yeah.
From our
Out of
sensual
context.
album.
We
Yeah,
have a
I was
nice-
gonna say that's our 18 plus album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fleshy Cannon and Inward 2 we've got so far. That's the track listing.
Yeah.
The set list.
She fleshy my cannon till I inward toot.
No.
Get out.
I approve.
No.
I approve.
Yeah, this thing is sort of kicking out these, trying to kick out these caltrops that it's got stuck in its back, sort of cat-like legs. And yeah, it's given you a chance to break the tree line, and you sort of come out into a few sort of like single-story buildings that are still like covered in vines and moss, where nature has started to reclaim them. As the forest is almost like this woodland is almost trying to push out and into this town. But you get a little bit of cover. This is sort of like a wide alleyway, and ahead you can see like this main street lined with shops each side, rows of shops. And in the distance, you can see where there's like looks to be sort of like a T-junction, and you can just make out the top of the spire beyond. But in your way, as the sun is now, as you emerge from this woodland, the sun has just dropped beyond the horizon, and you start hearing all manner of noises, and you start seeing creatures pulling themselves out of buildings, out of subways. A lot of them look to be the same sort of thing, with elongated black feathered arms, and it's like a malformed crow like face and head, and they're just dragging themselves along the floor because there is no legs to them. There is just this long serpentine like feathered tail, for want of a better word, and these things are probably about 6 foot long, and they're just all pulling themselves out for their nightly crawl around. But yeah, they are starting to line the streets, and you're just starting to hear as these things are pulling themselves through.
Do they have arms?
They have
just
arms.
No legs.
Arms, no legs, no. But they're just they're just pulling, and they're just dozens of them start sort of appearing and lining this sort of main street. Yeah, a little ways away from you at the moment. Nothing's.
How many are we thinking?
At the moment, I'd say you're probably more like just under a dozen, but you can see more in the distance. In your immediate,
yeah, but there's just under a dozen of us, and if there's more coming, then yeah. Let's go another way. Come on, Colt.
As a corporate goth, is there anything that I know about these creatures that we've come across? Yes, and yet so far, and anything that can like get them away from us, or like any kind of weakness?
Okay. Yeah. So the one that you encountered in the woodland was a Abomina Goth. So it's like one of you guys once upon a time and has been mutated beyond all recognition into this monstrous creature that lurks in the woods. These things that you've just seen crawl out aren't currently in their, say, they're not in attack mode, but they're generally known as tornado crows, and because for the fact that when they get going, they can lift themselves up on this tail, and it just starts to spin and spin and spin, almost like a tornado whirling round, and they can sort of glide around quite quickly. So once they spot something, they can close the distance.
All right, we're gonna want to stay away from those tornado crows, because once they get going, they don't stop, and we don't want them to start coming towards us. So I think Jimmy's right. We need to go a different direction.
Okay. So where you?
I just had to get it approved with corporate, but he's right. Corporate's good. I got to sign off on it, guys.
Yeah. So you've got this little alleyway that you're in, and you've got like so there's a handful of like little buildings along this sort of tree line that you could sort of like duck along the edge of this tree line. And
is there a doorway in this alleyway into one of the adjoining like stores and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or even like a window that's...
Yeah, there's some boarded up windows, and there is a door which is chained, and looks like it is locked. But yes, there is doorways on each side. So these stores would sort of like there's sort of one each side, and they would lead along each side of this this street, or at least get you into a store.
thinking we get in and hide it, wait it out, or
Colt, do you
Yeah,
want to
maybe
kick
get
the door down?
we could get another replacement door. That's true.
Get some door-on-door
Get
action.
that door down.
But
It's all kind of chained up and everything.
Does anybody
I'm
have
just
any
gonna say,
lockpick?
before we have this conversation, I think we should do what Dr. Ricky wants us to do and get the hell into something, get into a building, and then we'll discuss doors.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There's windows over there, right? They're all boarded up.
Correct.
Yeah, great.
Let's not break the window.
Head first,
The
please.
door through the window.
Oh, great.
Okay, mate.
I was hoping for the
All
stealthy
right, I
approach.
made a hole in here. We can get through here.
Do we? I guess we don't need to roll for stealth anyway.
No, you I mean, you make a hole for sure, and a lot of noise with it. As she's slamming on this sort of boarded up window and quite quickly breaking through. Yeah, you've drawn a bit of attention, and these creatures all start, like, their heads sort of turning around as their tails start. They start standing up on their tail and start. You can just see them all sort of getting to go, and they're sort of like looking over at each other.
Can we get through this window, get behind it, and then put the door up behind the window, like hold
That
it
was
up?
my plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See, Colt, great minds.
Okay, excellent. Right,
That's why we're a partnership.
you start climbing in through this window, and the door just fits through, just enough room to get this door through. As you start hearing from outside, you start hearing.
Through the sort of little hole that was made for the black ichor, I assume it's probably large enough that I could like shoot something through it.
yeah,
If
absolutely.
there was any creepy crawlies coming through, I'd have kind of like a bit of a window to shoot at them, throw shurikens, that thing that'll like.
Absolutely, yeah. And you see that this building that you've come into, you seem to have come out into like a storeroom of a shop, and you can just there's a few boxes around and some shelving with various things on. It looks like there's clothing, jewelry, sort of.
Any of those that clothing black?
I think there would
Or
be.
pink.
There would at least be a few black items. It looks like it's more of like a trendy sort of shop, but there are some. There's definitely some black shirts and jeans and things like that, and some jackets.
Damn, we found a Brandy Melville. We got to go find some other store to be able to get it. Get some black clothing.
So you you can hear this noise coming from outside. And you're currently in, like, I'd say it's probably 10 to 12 feet sort of squared space at the back of this shop, and you've got like another doorway, internal door that goes through into what you presume to be the shop front. But yeah, you've slammed the door up against the window. Is that what the plan was? Slamming the door up against there, and it doesn't take long. Within moments, you can this cacophony of noise. This is just at the door, and you can just see these things like hammering their beaks into this door, and you're like trying to hold it in place. Give me a samurai roll, Colt, to see how well you're holding on to this door, as these things are now hammering their beaks into it.
Come on, Colt.
I've got a plan. Got a little bit of a cool thing. Let's see how this goes, though. 2 6s and a 4.
Excellent. I will say that those 6s can explode because this is technically combat.
5 and a 4.
Excellent. So
Wow.
yeah. So
Four, is it?
4 or 5 successes
No.
there.
It also said, as part of an action, you can boost your attack by causing yourself to burst into explosive shot of black smoke, dealing an additional D3 damage, and teleport to a new location within near range. So, obviously, don't want to let go of the door necessarily.
You could
How many creepy crawlies are at the door? Is it like tons of them, or is there like 2 or 3 at the start?
Presently, yeah, there's like 2 that can get there, and then you can see like another one behind, and you can just hear the cacophony of noise out in the streets echoing around, and as more seem to be alerted to this area. But presently, there's 2 with 1 behind them.
I can hold the door if you want to go. I can get it with you.
All right, I'm gonna draw some here. I feel the tingling coming on. Just like put your hand on the door here, brace it for a minute. And as you kind of come and hold the door steady to brace it from the things attacking, I kind of take out the shurikens from my belt and just start to like slash at the things as they're coming like near the door, like through the hole.
Awesome.
Hang on tight. And then like teleport onto the other side of the wall where the door is, and just start to get the Nerf gun that has like discs kind of chucked into it. Like it used to hold little soft plushy discs, but now I've modified it so it can hold shurikens and just go and start shooting at anyone that might be nearby.
Yeah, fan the hammer, Colt.
Okay, so yeah, roll another d6 for your extra damage from your explosion, and yeah, we'll take it to you made that really good roll before, so I will take that into account. So you was it sort of 5 successes already?
Yeah. And then I rolled a 5, so that's like 2.5 in half. So I don't know if you want to go 2 or 3 on that.
It'll go 3, yeah. So round up. Yeah. Holy shit. So you take out these front 2. They just there's this burst of feathers on the exterior, and this as they fall back, and yeah, there's not a lot left, and there's the one behind is sort of shunted back along with it as well. And did you move with that, or were you sort of like just exploding and staying in place? I will allow you to stay in place if you wanted to stay there, or if you wanted to like go back a few feet.
Yeah, I think the in my head it was slash at the ones in the front, and then if there was any standing or nearby, I would kind of like have my buddy hold the door as I bam on the other side of the wall to then shoot at any that could be in the vicinity, to just like make some space between us and these things. It is that first wave, just get them out of the way, and then kind of come back through the window.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got room.
Okay, well, yeah, let's make another attack action then as your second part of that. Let's make another samurai check.
2 6s again. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, go for it, man. Re-roll those suckers.
Have you rolled lower than 4 yet?
Holy jeez. I have. Can I show, like, I did a 6 again. I'm not trying to, like, cheat. I swear to God.
We know this is what you do, Colt.
And I got a 5. So explode.
This is why we put up with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just like do this because I got a 6 again in the middle there.
Are these just all 6s on every side of that dice?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I swear. Fine, it's done.
Finished.
So yeah, how many successes was that on that last one?
So that was 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Holy shit! Yeah, you clear this like first wave of I'll give you you can get another action point for that. That's insane. Yeah, you've cleared out like the 3 that were out there, and then the next sort of couple that were coming in within range of your shuriken, and you dive back in through the window. Hopefully someone's moved the door out of the way for you.
Please.
Nah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think Coyote. Ow!
Okay. Yeah.
That was unlike anything I've ever seen, Colt. That was... You're a Deadeye. You have a gift. And it's not the jug, but it's something, it's... At least we found what it is.
Yeah.
Inward tooting and shooting.
Around for nothing.
It's around this time that the 2-way radio that you were given starts. Hello, Lilith.
He does fine.
Is this HR?
Yeah. Who's this?
These are the Black Lantern rejects.
Is Lilith with you?
No, she's back home. Can I take a message?
There's so much cool shit in here. There's just I still hear noise out front. Gonna try the back.
I bonk Dr. Ink on the head with my fan, and I'm like, ask where he is.
Where are you?
Where is he?
Midnight Records. So cool.
That's the record company that we were gonna sign with. That's crazy.
Amazing.
And you see the signal just drop out, and the light, sort of the light on the receiver die.
Maybe if we bring some of the stuff back from the record store, we can like get ourselves in an even better position with the record company for our upcoming like debut album. Yeah.
Do a little bit of negotiations and business.
And rescue Hemlock.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Hemlock or HR or whatever can be part of it as well. I mean, he can just bring back more stuff.
Yeah, he's got a sidecar on his bike.
That's true. We need to find that bike. Does anybody know where Midnight Records is?
We need to find Hemlock.
Yeah, do we know where Midnight
He's
Records
at Midnight Records.
It's at Midnight Records. We need to figure it. We need to find out where it is.
We have no idea.
I'm guessing it's by the spire.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you were told that the location that he had given for Midnight Records was somewhere near the church, and yeah, there's a spire that you've been able to see in the distance. Like I say, it's you've got this main street that you're sort of in one of like the end shops of, that runs forward for quite a ways, and then just to the left there's like a T junction into the left of that. You can see the spire, or you could at least when you weren't in this back room. So you're not too far away, but it's there's obviously there's some things in the way.
Some crazy stuff still going on outside.
You have to get back out there, and I don't think anything's going to go away until morning. So what's the plan? Jump shop to shop.
There doesn't seem to be many like out there currently. They might come through in a minute, but like at the moment we got a bit of a window to scurry on out of here and get ahead of these things. Find some cover somewhere else.
Take it bit by bit. Run now while we have the chance. Duck in somewhere if we need to.
That's a good move.
I can cover your way with this thing.
Don't forget about the door.
Oh, gee, yeah, right. Got it.
As you move the door away, again, you can sort of hear this noise still emanating from outside. So you've got like a few moments before anything else turns up. But yeah, what's the plan?
Just
fucking legging it.
Let's run towards the spire.
Let's book it.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going back out the window? Are you going through the shop? Where are you going?
Back out the window, right?
Well, let's check out the rest of the shop. Just make sure that like we can't just go in a different area. Like they're going to be right outside this window. Maybe we can sneak in through a different exit.
Yeah, okay. Like, is there a front door?
Okay, yeah. So this internal door is unlocked. So you try the door. It pulls inwards to you, and you have a look through. And one of the windows is boarded. Another one is like a full glass fronted window. And there's a door with quite a large window in it as well. But between you and this door is your standard fair clothing shop. There's racks of various different clothes that were probably once in fashion for somebody, but not really you guys. There is the odd black thing, black scarf here and there, and some jewelry.
We grab anything black.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And we're wearing all of it.
Yeah, just putting it straight on.
Yeah,
Dr. goes back with like 27 button-up shirts on.
true.
There's a pretty nice blazer in there as well. A black-
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you and from
Any kind of chains are going around into pockets, hanging out of pockets.
yeah,
Exactly.
There's jewelry and stuff on display as well. You don't know how expensive this stuff would have been, but some of it looks kind of cool. You can make it work. Through the window you can see that there's these tornadoes are heading back to where you were. They're heading along the side of this building, and you can hear their noise quite loud outside this front window. Just this, and you can see that you've got, however you want to go about it, but you've got a window, literally and figuratively. You have a window that you can, of time, that you can maybe make a run or get into another building, find a way up on top of a building, however you want to go about it, and get a bit further down this street. But you only have a few moments while they're distracted.
Let's go.
And you can hear them sort of start climbing into the back. Just
No, yeah, let's hoof it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And as we're running, I'm going to just keep an eye behind us to see like when they clock and start coming back so that we can duck into somewhere else.
Okay. You're booking it. You're running down this street, and there's dozens of shops and bars. There's places of worship that you can see, be it in the distance or otherwise. Most of this place is long reclaimed by nature. There's through the middle of this this run of shops, there's benches, there's planters that are overgrown, but all poisoned by the gloom. There's these black leaves similar to what you saw on the trees, and as you go out into the streets again out here, and you're making a run and you're getting deeper into Gloomtown, there's this bitter iron-like chemical taste that just hangs on the air, mixed with a bit of like sort of rotten food smell from the odd like superstore that you run past, it's not particularly pleasant. Again, it's that sort of oppressive nature that's just getting worse on the senses. Give me an apocalypse check as you're running through, and you're running past the odd like alleyway, and you're getting this sort of like quick burst out of here before anything spots you.
For all this?
Success.
2 successes.
Whoever would be looking around, if you wouldn't.
2 successes.
Fail.
Ooh.
No worries.
Thanks again.
On that six-sided dice.
Just all this.
It's just all sixes. You spot in one of these other alleyways that you're going past between shops, just sort of tucked behind one of like the shop, like the big shop bins that they have in the alleyways and things. There's Hemlock's bike. You see a black Honda Goldwing with a modified sidecar for the supplies, parked up in one of those alleyways as you're sort of like bolting, but you're almost like you're essentially running past as you spot that. And Esmeralda, as you're looking behind, you can, because I know you failed the roll for spotting that, but you've been actively keeping an eye out, and you can see them. A couple of them that haven't gone in through the window yet have turned, and they have spotted you guys as you're hooking it through the streets. They've spotted you, and you start to hear this squawking sound again, as they are chasing you down in the darkness down this street. You have a number of shops and bars and things on this side. So you're running down the left hand side of this street. You don't know if any of them have unlocked doors or anything like that, or there's alleyways as well. So up to you guys. What's the plan?
As you can tell from that noise, they're coming back. Where are we going? Should we just start like patching doors and seeing what opens?
Yeah, let's all run in different directions.
Yeah, quick split up.
Yeah, split the party. It's always the best.
Where's the bike? Whereabouts is the bike?
Yeah, can we see the bike?
Yeah, it's down an alleyway that you've just sort of like as you were running to try and get as far as you can. You a couple of you, I think Dr. Ink, Colt, and maybe Jimmy as well. I think you all passed. And yeah, you spot this bike just peeking out from behind this sort of like this big like a bin.
Yeah. We're running away, and we kind of like we're passing by alleyways, and we just kind of out of the corner of our eye see like this motorcycle sidecar, tricycle sidecar, whatever it looks like at the time. So like, I'll just like heels and be like, hold on, I'll be right back, and just try to like run down and grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You starting the engine up?
Yeah, are the keys in there?
Yes. Yeah, the keys have been left in for a quick getaway.
Colt's got a bike. Hemlock's bike, not my bike. Hemlock's bike.
Yeah, you said earlier finders keepers, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But it looks like, that backfired on me. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd run down there and try to get inside of it, try to turn it on, put my door in the sidecar.
No longer carrying the door.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't have to get in. It's fine.
You can get inside with the door. It's fine. It's a company seat.
I'll do that. I felt betrayed. I felt betrayed for a moment, Colt. I will get in with the door. That's fine. I'll look after
the door. Is like a back side of a chair. It's just like a giant back. You can sit with. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna hunch up, like really hunched up in the sidecar.
I'm gonna sit behind Colt just with my arms wrapped around his waist. This is kind of nice.
I guess we're walking, Ash.
I don't. Is there any more room? Like,
yeah, Esmeralda, you hop on my back. Ash hop on her back, and it's just a stack of 4 people.
Yeah, have you not seen those like bike triangles?
This is like some circus
do that.
shit. Incredible. Okay, so you. What?
The mental image is just ridiculous, right?
Are we trying to ride this bike now with all of you sort of pyramid and like cuddled up? Is this how it's going down?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, you as you start the bike up.
How fast is this bike going to go with us lot on it?
I mean,
it'd be faster to walk.
We'll find out.
It's a big sort of touring bike, so it's they could probably take a little bit, but yeah, it's
a Goldwing, right?
Yeah. So it's going to lose a few miles an hour, but yeah, they're pretty big, strong bikes.
Use the door as a javelin.
Okay.
What?
Easy right. What?
That's a javelin.
He's going jousting.
I was going to say a joust.
The motorcycle is the horse. The door is a javelin. Spike him.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, you out into this street.
It's got like a hole through it now, so you could literally like cup it like this, and it comes like.
Oh my word! It's like a grate. We can grate people as we go past them.
Okay,
You've weaponized the door. This is just.
I will say. I mean, I wasn't expecting this to come up. So let's say a samurai check just for balance, maybe, and
for me or for
everyone.
Well, everyone that's maybe not you or Dr. Ink. You were sort of like riding pillion behind, weren't you, and like coming up to him. So I'd say for Ash, Jimmy, and Esmeralda, who were trying to cling on to various things, and
2 fails.
2 fails. Okay.
Oh, was this a samurai roll?
Samurai.
I mean, I'd maybe accept Apocalypse. But
one success, a 6.
Excellent. Esmeralda?
1 fail, 1 success.
Oh, no, I got a 1 that cancels a 6, right?
It's not in combat, so you're not in combat presently. There's a large...
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, got you.
Lose your successes, so... Esmeralda, so was that a success overall in yours? Did you get 1 success, 1 fail?
1 success, 1 fail.
Yeah, so success. Yeah, so that's
success.
High roll always counts, unless it's combat and the ones eat them up. So you're driving along, you're just about sort of managing to all stay on, and then all of a sudden Ash is just and falls back onto the street, and you got they
I start running.
Oh, no.
Are you
hold your hand out?
You don't take any willpower damage, but you are now sort of sitting duck as the bike's sort of going off. And as you at that moment you see, it looks like a gym across the road, sort of like a gym doorway, and then it sort of goes up some stairs into like multi-level gym, and you just see this sort of silhouette behind this this sort of partially glass top door as this huge fist just smashes through the glass, pulls the handle from the other side and just rips this door off. And there's this huge, probably 10-foot beast of a creature, humanoid, but with one sort of like hooked arm, and one that's sort of a bit more like a claw, and he's just hench as fuck. This is swole motherfucker.
Oh my god, he lives in the gym.
Yeah,
Been in the gym, yeah.
he's got these sort of deep set eye sockets with these sort of glowing, sort of tealy green eyes, and it's just perpetually open mouth, and he's just sort of oh, and looks around and spots you, and he's just he's a big unit. He's not moving too quickly. But he's lumbering over towards you. So yeah,
is he in between us and where we're trying to go?
He is opposite Ash, where Ash is falling off the back of the bike, and you guys.
I will have alerted Dr. Ink to like break and spin back around, because I think Ash was holding on to me, so I would have felt them fly away.
So Esmeralda alerts me, and I alert Dr. Ink to turn around because we lost somebody.
I'll take a couple throwing stars and throw them really fast, and then go no, and just start running towards the bike as fast as I can.
I mean, right, make a samurai check as you launch these stars at this.
I'll try to like turn the bike around and go and try to like just do a giant Fast and Furious U-turn.
That was two fails.
I'm now understanding why Anthony wouldn't let me play the Jock Goth.
It was already taken.
Oh no, Jock Goth is definitely in the expansion. That's got to happen. Jim Goth. Yeah. Okay. 2 fails. It's not in contact. It's not in combat with you at the moment. It doesn't. So those shurikens just ting ting off like the buildings behind him fall to the floor. And he just sort of and starts picking up his pace and charging towards you. He's closing the distance. He'll be there in the next round.
Oh, fuck it, Arrow. Are we facing this thing now?
You've turned Colt's swinging the bike around, I believe. So you're... Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm knocking my bow straight away. That's it.
Let's roll initiative. So who is going to make the initiative roll for you guys? So that will be one person rolling a samurai check. And to see if you guys now act first, now we're sort of set into this, or if the Brutus acts.
Well, I think Colt should roll for initiative, to be honest.
He's been rolling pretty good.
Yeah.
Colt should roll everything.
Yeah.
I
Only when it wasn't pressure, though. Now there's all this pressure to farm.
Do I roll as well?
No, just the way initiative works in this game, for those watching, one person makes an initiative roll for the group, but then the next time we would go into like some form of combat, another person would take the role of making the initiative roll. So for now, yeah, if Colt's going to make it, let's see if he succeeds, you guys go first, and then
all sixes.
5, 5, and 2.
Excellent. Okay. You guys act first, and you have 2 actions each that you can use. It could be 2 of the same thing. It could be multiple different things. It could be move, attack, hide, look for something, pick something up, whatever you want to do. And you can action those in any order. You could do 1, Dr. Ink could go, Jimmy could go, and then Dr. Ink could do something again. And we just keep going around until everyone's done their thing. But yeah, you guys have seized the initiative. So what are you guys up to? How are you approaching this?
Well, I've already knocked my bow, so I'm going to let loose.
Excellent. Okay, let's make a samurai check and see if you can take him down.
Is it? No, I'm going to say, because I'm a bass player, is it cheeky to say that I've got like a deft left hand? But I mean, That's like adding 1 dice to my samurai.
Go for it.
Is that all right? Can I make it 3? Because I've got 2 for samurai. But if I say dung, because it's my string hand, dung.
Yeah, and you are using an
and it's going to ring a nice D as well. Do you mind blowing, Colt, just to see if it's on tune?
Yeah, can Tim just be better than us? Is that what?
Yeah, we know each other. Of course.
He's Jimmy Raven from the Ravens.
Jimmy Raven from Jimmy and the Ravens. There was only one person in the band. I just didn't tell you that. So 5 and a 4.
Jimmy Raven from Jimmy and the Raven.
There's one Raven.
Where's the Raven?
Yeah, it wasn't a Raven.
With like all the instruments on his body, it's going.
It was really just a
the
crow.
Raven to sound cool. There wasn't actually a Raven. It's just an urban myth. 5 and a 4. Is that 2?
That's 2 successes. So
2 successes. So that's my first arrow let loose.
Okay, your arrow looses. You're in the sidecar, right? I think.
Maybe I should. Maybe
With
you could have argued I didn't get that extra 1 because
that's
I'm
cool.
kind of not on
that's fine.
stable ground.
You sort of like leaning out the sidecar. Almost like the samurais of old riding horseback, and you're like you got this bow and you're. Boom, oh, sorry, it's like a D, not a boom. And it shoots and hits the Brutus in the chest, and this arrow sticking out of it. And,
yes,
and it's
Jimmy Raven and the Ravens is back, baby.
Is now looking at the bike. Right. Are you doing anything else? Does anybody else want to act in between this?
I'll do another arrow, but I'll let everybody else have a.
I'm gonna get my little, like, as I'm riding the motorcycle, get my little Nerf gun attached with the gold chain that I modified to shoot shuriken discs and just go "Aye!" and trying to get the attention of the big hulking mutant.
Okay, you've firing some shots off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, make that samurai check.
2 4s and a 3.
Amazing, yeah. So 2 successes. Another, 2 of your shurikens. So we gets 1 in the throat, and 1 sort of more in the stomach, and he pulls the one in his throat out as this black sort of blood just spews to the floor. He's looking pretty fucking rough.
Good.
He's like, what are you guys doing? Who's up next?
I only have close range stuff, so I will wait until the car has swept, the bike has swept in.
And I'm still running towards the bike as fast as I can go.
Are we going to have time to be able to attack this turn, or are we not going to be able to get in range?
You could, if you wanted to. Yeah, if you like Colt's. On controlling the bike, so if you wanted to, you could ride up and get right next to it if you wanted to.
I would imagine like doing the U-turn, like going straight for it. We've hit kind of mid-range now. The bike is like trying to skid like closer towards where our pastel goth friend is, so we can kind of break near them as they run up to like get them on. But this thing is probably like pretty close at that point.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so you would take that as your second action of your turn. You move the bike up to there, and Ash, you jump on. I'll take that as your action, as your part of a bulk part of your action. So you get to run and jump onto the bike in one.
Yes.
Okay, so you are now a lot closer to this thing. If anybody wanted to take a slash at it, because this thing was hoofing it towards Ash, so you bringing the bike up in between and her getting on, and them getting on. So you've got.
Could you remind me what feathers do?
So feathers, you can spend. So you've got 3 points each of those currently. You can spend a point, or multiple points, or you can all pull together to boost someone's roll. It's by 1 pip or one dice value. So if someone rolled like a 3 and you want to boost them by 1 to make sure they succeed, you can spend a point and boost that number up by 1, or multiple.
Okay.
If you boost a roll up to a 6, then that would still explode in terms of, if you're in combat. So
can I sacrifice my 2 samurai points to give Jodie or Esmeralda an extra attack by like throwing her towards the brute?
I'll allow it.
Amazing.
And
so I don't need to use movement.
And
I hand you the sword and I just like throw you towards the brute, so you can like attack with my sword as well.
Incredible. I'll give you an action point for that as well, Dr. Ink.
Action point, cool.
Yeah, I like that.
If he's given me the sword, can I use the sword? I wield a fan, so like I'll try first hit. I'll try and hit him with a sword.
Go for it.
It's a katana. It's a one-handed weapon.
Sick. One success.
Okay, you deal a point.
Are any of those threes?
No, I got a 2 and a 6. It explodes.
It's a 6 explodes.
Yeah.
Yay, figuring out the rules. It's another 6.
Roll again.
That's a 5, so that's 3 successes.
Can I use a feather to explode that one again?
Go for it.
Hell yes.
Nice.
Another 5. 4 successes.
Amazing.
I'll use another one. I mean, how often are we going to be using these feathers?
That's a 1. So
that doesn't take anything off.
3 successes.
Yeah, so you ignore the ones and failures. You're just trying to just count the.
Because it's it's a reroll. Okay.
So is that 3 or 4 in total at the end of that?
4 successes.
4 successes. How do you take this big ass brute down?
So I've got the fan in one hand and Dr. Ink has just like launched me, and I do this really stupid spin so that my dress goes all like whoosh, and like knocking down some of the black leaves and stuff from it. And as I get near it, I just sink the katana down like into its face, basically.
Amazing. You sink the katana into its face, and you
and then go like
with the momentum from Dr.
split its little face open.
Yeah, the momentum from Dr. Mink's throw as well, thrown into the mix. You just carve through its head, and it sort of stands there for a moment as you stood down at the side of it with this katana and just looking up. And
then as it sort of dies, I want to use the fan to just sort of gust of wind and make him go and fall over.
Amazing. You see the side of half of its head just sort of falls off, and then
from the distance I say, "I'll send you the invoice later."
I throw the katana back at you.
I think Kevin
not realizing I'm feeling really cool right now, and I'm like, this is a great idea, and I just throw the katana back to you.
Amazing.
He hits me in the chest.
Easy.
Oh
I love
God.
So
I'm gonna take some willpower damage from getting a katana thrown on my chest.
Esmeralda, to make sure you take your action point for hitting anybody else who hit as well. Anyone, because I know Ash and Jimmy and Colt as well. I think Colt hit like a million things, so I think your bar is full now, Colt.
My action points are all taken up for sure.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, you have like this moment now of you as you're facing back the way that you came after doing the U-turn on the bike, and you can see these tornado crows have started making their way forwards again. So Esmeralda, you jumping back on the bike, or what were you all doing?
Yeah,
you got this moment of
the spire
out of combat.
Yeah, just jump straight back on.
Excellent.
Come on, Colt, spin it back around.
You got it.
Okay, you start riding away from the onrushing tornado crows, who are picking up a bit of speed, and thankfully you're on the bike. They're struggling to catch up, and these things are pretty quick. Even though you've lost a few mile an hour with 5 people on a bike and a sidecar.
I'll switch spots with Dr. Ink so he can kind of fire with his like Nerf gun, knock down any crows that are chasing us.
Amazing. And as you start seeing more of these sort of Brutus, hefty, swole creatures coming out of the buildings and making an appearance, along with more of these crow creatures, and they're just sort of swarming the streets now. Especially now there's been this noise going on. More of these things are starting to. They're just appearing from everywhere, and you're give me Colt, give me who's riding now? Dr. Ink, you've taken over, haven't you? I think on the bike.
Yeah.
Make a goth roll to see how you can stay in control and sort of maybe weave between some of these creatures that and keep out of their reach as they're starting to.
You said apocalypse?
Goth. I'll take goth or apocalypse on this, whichever you like.
I'm 3 in apocalypse. I'll take that if possible. But
go for it.
Oh no. That's a 3, and a 1. Does somebody want to feather me?
I'll feather you.
Yeah.
I'll tickle you with a little feather. There you go.
That's 1 success then.
1 success. Excellent. Okay, so you just managed to you're getting pretty close to some of them. You almost lose control, and you're sort of dodging these sort of these big sort of like flower pots that are in the middle and benches, along with all of these creatures coming out, and you're starting to make your way.
Cole, maybe you should take over again. I'm not so good at riding this thing.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the door. Make sure it doesn't fall off a side car. You get it. You got it. All right. It's cinched in there. All right, I got it.
Just dragging across the street at this point.
And again, it's at this sort of point where you're the two-way goes. I don't know who's got that in there about their person, but you start hearing the closer you're sort of getting, you seem to be getting this a bit more signal.
Hemlock, is that you?
Hey, yeah, it's Hemlock again. I think I'm stuck here. Have
you moved locations?
No. I mean, I found the back, but it's like it's real fucking dark in here. There's a lot of commotion going on outside. I don't know what's happening. A lot of.
Can I tell if the commotion is us or if it's something else going on?
I mean, it's like I think I can hear my bike.
Oh yeah, no, we're riding your bike.
No.
Whose bike?
Hey, you.
Oh, it's Finders Keepers, so it's Jimmy's bike, I think now.
Well, Colt. Me and Colt will have to maybe 25% Colt's, 75% mine.
Oh, come on, guys! I love that bike.
There's limited liability partnership owner of the of the bike now.
All right. There's a real weird smell in here, and I get a feeling I ain't alone in here. Could you just hurry? And it cuts out.
All right. Well, this guy's not very good at protecting himself. He said there's a smell in there. He doesn't think he's alone. I would have checked first, and then he called us. I don't know. He seems to be in trouble.
Yeah, he's a little out of his depth in somewhere that's relatively new. You kind of get the impression.
I don't know what Lilith sees in this guy, to be completely honest.
No.
He's just a walking problem.
Stop trying to put your foot in Lilith's door. We were sent to help this guy.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
You're like riding this bike and booking it as quickly as you can, and you're getting towards the end of this this T-junction. It turns into like an actual road. This is more like pedestrianised where you're going through at the minute, and there's an actual like road that cuts across, and you can now start seeing the church in more of a full view. So you are very close, and you're sort of about to round this corner and actually get onto some sort of real road. Is there anything else you guys are doing before you get out of here? You've got things. You've managed to just about get with the bike. Thankfully, you've got the bike. Nothing is sort of catching up with you. You've managed to get a bit of distance. You're sort of coming out of the end of this like main sort of like run of shops, and you're coming onto like a side street.
Okay, I'm going to take one piece of equipment I've got. That's a comb, and I'm going to just do a little back comb just to straighten my hair out because that was quite stressful.
Amazing.
Yeah, could I get that real quick? Can I borrow that?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
I imagine the two of us like facing each other, like you're riding here and I'm riding there, and my head is over here. It's like over my shoulder, and I'm like.
You want to get some? Do you want to get some of this? You want me to get your hair?
Yeah, it's a little hard with the hat on, but like, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I put the hat on my head and I start combing his hair.
Nah, that's real nice. Oh, that's relaxing. Yeah, no, that's the spot right there. That's
It's a good comb, right?
Girls, do you want the comb?
It is a good comb. It's silver.
Nice.
Ash just.
I'm just imagining that the bike starts getting like slower, faster because as he's brushing Colt's hair, the leg starts going like a dog.
My hair is so silky right now, guys. Look at this.
You're going to be rocking the emo hair forever now. The new
It's like
look.
reflective.
Yeah, he's
It's
not going to go
reflective.
any
Look at
other
this.
way. He's going to be trying to do his usual hairstyle, and it's just throughout the day. It's just going to gradually creep over, and it's emo Stanton.
First, you got the denim jacket with the patches. Now you've got the long bangs look. It's just this
happening.
morphosis
It's happening.
slowly happening over the year.
Yeah.
Bring it
How
back.
it
I think this is my
happens.
new look.
Yeah, you round the corner on your bike once you've all sort of you've slowed a little so to take the corner and to brush your hair, and you see a few shops down this it's like quite large glass fronted single story store with a long black sign above and Midnight Records in purple and like a moon rising in the background. You see the door is closed. Nothing's boarded up here. This it's all glass, open fronted, and you can see inside as you're making your way outside of it. There's rows and rows of CDs and vinyl racks, posters on the walls. You can't quite make out exactly what, but you could typefaces that you can see on these posters as you're going in, and the typeface of Midnight Records. Midnight Records is in sort of like the Black Sabbath purple and Black Sabbath sort of font. Yeah, this looks like a place that you can see why he's got distracted maybe a little in here. This could be some good stuff in here. What are you doing with the bike as you sort of approach this place?
Stealing it. Oh, you mean? I thought you meant right. Okay.
Are you parking up? Are you driving the bike?
Parking it. Sorry, parking it up. Yeah.
I use my second equipment slot to get a bike lock out of my pocket and then lock it up to a pipe.
Cool. Yeah, you do that. You park it up and you lock it up to just like a pipe or a post against that's on the street.
Okay, Colt, whatever you do, no smashing. No smash.
Nope, not gonna do that this time. Don't you worry. Old Colt's got a good head on his shoulders. He won't be doing anything, make up too much noise or anything like that. I got my door shield. Just wrap it up.
Are we leaving the door in the bike, or are you
Let's chain
bringing
the
your
door
pet
to the
door?
bike. It's got a slit in it, so let's chain it through the slit in the door. So the door and the bike are chained up as well, yeah?
I don't think he wants to leave his pet door.
Oh,
Should I use my
gotta
bike lock for the
fix this
bike or
thing.
should I use it for the door?
yeah.
What's more important to hold on to, the bike or the door? Because I can use my lock for the door instead.
Yeah, I feel like my loyalties have changed now we've seen the bike.
No, chain up the bike. That's fine. I'll take this with us. I got to figure out how to repair this thing anyway.
Yeah. I'd like to think when we take the door back, we're going to do the changing rooms things with the little where we cover our eyes up and then go, ta-da! Like, show the door what we've done to it.
Move that truck.
Just a pace of disgust. Anyway, that's if we get back, of course. Just leave. Do you want to take the door with you, Colt? Is that what you're after?
I mean, it's served us well so far, and I still got to figure out how to repair this thing.
I mean,
so.
we have used the door quite a lot. The door has been a valuable asset. It's been like the fifth beetle. Yeah, okay. It's the second Raven in Jimmy and the Ravens. Let's take the door.
Amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, you make your way up to the door, and right by now that it is well into night sky territory. The moon is out, the stars are shining, and that is pretty much your only light. But again, luckily, you guys are goths. You see pretty well in the dark. You are nocturnal creatures. Inside, you see the door is it's closed, but it's unlocked as you sort of try the door. And you can see inside, like, obviously all these CDs and vinyl racks. There's posters of Machine Head, Marilyn Manson, Sisters of Mercy, Black Sabbath, Nine Inch Nails, Typo Negative, and countless more. All these bands that a lot of you are just like, yeah, this is fucking amazing. And yeah, are you making your way in?
You know, one of these days, we're going to see Black Lantern Rejects on those posters right next to those.
Pen that in the contract. Posters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Posters and derelict
it's gonna have
shots.
Jimmy with the stand-up bass. It's gonna have, you know, Ash and their synth, Esmeralda and your
Half a
and your and your electric bass, and me, my face. It's gonna look great.
Can I do a check of the posters to see if there's a Jimmy and the Ravens poster on the wall? I'm not going to flex if there is. I'm going to keep it to myself, but I'm just saying.
Go on, make I'll say I'll make a goth check. This is.
I have no idea. I have no idea how famous my band was previously in this game. It's lore, is this? A goth jack, yeah?
I think this roll will determine how successful.
This is what I get to roll for goth. I've got one goth, and the least gothic goth there is. That's because I'm wearing a white shirt.
You're in the house of goth. It's got to be a goth check to check.
2. There's no Jimmy and the Ravens poster. All right, as you were.
You've formed after the apocalypse. There's no posters up of you.
Esmeralda will just like slow down behind everyone else and just pull down the Typo Negative poster and just like keep that.
Okay, yeah. As you make your way in, it's not lit in here. It's dark. There's you're making your way through these rows of things, and you can. You're sort of listening out to see if there's any sounds, and you're not sort of making anything out at the moment. But you do notice at the back of the store there's a black wall with the mosh pit painted in white next to a set of black double doors, and a dull, once probably flashed or lit neon light with the words "live music" hanging loosely above the doorway. That's what you can see in the background, and you're currently sort of front to middle of the shop.
You think that's the back room that HR was talking about?
And yeah, it seems like there's one of the doors is partially open, from what you can tell from a distance. But yeah,
well,
you mentioned.
You know what to do.
Don't make me kick it down again, guys.
This is what you were made for.
All right, that's what you want, leader.
Well, I've got a good track record in this.
Man.
This is how we get this recording contract.
All right. 1, 2, good. I'll kick it going down again.
Okay, you let's make another samurai roll first. See how hefty you kick it.
Like, did anyone try and just push it open first? Or
It was already partially open.
No, this is an RPG. We don't just try to push open doors.
6 and a 4.
6 and 4. Excellent. Yeah, 2 successes.
I really hope HR wasn't behind that door.
Yeah, you take a bit of a run up and you boot this door. You don't even notice that there's one partially open. You kick the other door that's closed, and that slams open, and you've got like 2 open doors now into this incredibly dark room. And you see, Colt, as you're standing there in the doorway, you notice that there is a crowbar on the floor that was just sort of in the threshold of this doorway. And again, there's a smell that didn't hit you until you got to this doorway. And it is immense. It is awful. It's foul. It's just like it's like the smell, the scents that you've been picking up along the way have just been amplified by 100. It is disgusting. And you can make out from, as your eyes start to adjust a little bit, you can make out that there's a wall directly to your left, and what looks like a bar on the wall opposite, with, you can see all the drinks pumps and stuff, just it's coming into focus, and that's around sort of 25-30 feet away. But you're right, it's just darkness, and it's just sort of like almost like the room disappears. It's like this long rectangular room, and you're in the far left side of it, as you're waiting for your vision to come in. What are you doing?
It smells god awful in here. I see liquor and the bitterness of the dark to my right. HR, are you in here?
We're just yelling.
As you yell, the two-way comes back up, and it's around this point that your eyes adjust as you're sort of like poking your head round, and you begin to notice that to the right, whereas as that is now coming into focus, this longer extent of the room, there's a bubbling black ooze that just covers the back third of the room, and there's like a stage area that goes up just at the end of that room, and you can just start making out that there's like martial amps and heads and stuff on there and cabs, and on the stage there's this slug-like mass excreting this black ichor. It's like Jabba the Hutt covered in tar. It's gross. There's 3 pale white eyes on each side of its face, and this tusk-like fangs protruding from around where you assume a mouth may be. And from behind are these 4 long, pallid, fleshy tentacles, one of which leads to Hemlock, slumped up against a martial cab at the back of the stage, the tentacle gripping the back of his head. And as your two-way radio crackles, as another one of the tentacles brings an identical two-way up to its disgusting maw, and you hear Hemlock's voice through the crackling speaker. "You found me! Told you there was some cool shit in here! Join us!" And we'll take a break there.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
You're in luck, Dr. Ink.
Hemlock has let himself go.
And I'm out of action points, so I don't even have shurikens to throw anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's your normal attack, isn't it?
Your normal attack you can throw, but it's a special ability that you that you can't. You can only spend on your action points. But yeah, you can still throw stuff.
Your action points go on using disarm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So
if an ally is about to take damage, you can spend 2 action points to throw one.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take a little break there. And for all those watching, you can be about 10 minutes, and we'll be back on. So for now, enjoy the music, and we'll come back to you shortly.
Samurai Goth of the Apocalypse. Samurai Goth of the Apocalypse.
Hey,
Hey.
welcome back. We've got a little bit of shifting some people back around.
I'm Ash now.
You are. So, which doesn't seem to be wanting to do. Give me one moment. But anyway, thank you to everybody who has tuned in to watch. I've seen a few comments going on. Glad that you guys are all enjoying it. I'm just going to see if I can shift people around. There we go.
While Ant was away, we played musical chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game is now that we have to take over the character of where we were.
We're gamifying your stream, and
There we go. Everyone's back where they should be. Okay, excellent. Right, so we'll jump back in where we left off. I think Colt, being the main one to notice this so far, is you've seen this. The right-hand side of this room is soaked in this pool of bubbling black ooze. And on the stage there is this slug-like mass excreting this black ichor. And it's these pallid fleshy tentacles, one of which has Hemlock slumped up against the marshal cab at the back of the stage and gripping the back of his head. And you've heard through the radio his voice, although seemingly emanating maybe from this slug-like creature. You found me. Told you there was some cool shit in here. Join us. And I think we'll roll initiative right there.
Hey.
So whose turn? Who's going to take?
I'm not rolling. No.
I'll roll.
Go for it. Let's go.
Do it.
Right, dice I roll.
So roll your samurai pool and see if you get a success.
Okay. It's a 1 and a 6.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, so high roll. It's okay. You get the 6.
Okay.
So you guys can act first as you start entering this room. If the rest of you are entering, Colt so far has noticed what's going on. So how are we playing it?
Yes, being in the room and seeing all this go down of the inevitable trap that was brought upon us, and just go back into the coat and kind of flick the match, light the little fat cigar that was left in my coat pocket, orange glow comes out from the mouth, and just go, what a poser. Throwing the shurikens down, just like a quick succession, and just run in with the door and just shout back, it's a trap! And just go forward first to try to distract or create for them any kind of window, leaving them to decide what they want to do.
Excellent. Yeah, so make your attack roll samurai check, and let's see what hits we get in.
So yeah, I was crossing off 2 at a time every time I attacked, because I thought that's what the weapon did, but I didn't realize that's if you want to do the extra thing of like disarming with the shurikens as well. So I do have a couple left. I think I have 2 left over.
Yep.
So as a reaction, how did those work? When it's your turn to describe doing a hit with a monster, that's when I can enact it with the action points?
Yeah, so you can, with the action points, you can power your ability with either your sword or your goth ability. Yeah.
I've got that in reserve. My luck ran out. 2, 2, and 3.
Okay, so yeah, you're firing off your shurikens, and they all just sort of bounce into the back of the wall, and one hits into like one of the martial cabs, and just the. And
I'll use my last feather to bump that 3 to a 4.
Excellent. So it's a couple of them miss, and you sort of managed to readjust yourself and get your aim in this dark room, and your next shot just.
I think I pull Colt in closely. Look, man, I just want to let you know. I know I put on like a tough look for everybody, but I just want to let you know you're really special to me, and you're a very important part of this group. And I don't want you to think that I'm just being hard on you. It's just because I know that you have so much music and magic within your soul that I just want to bring that out of you. I just want to help you bring that out. So just know that I have your back.
No one's ever said anything like that to me before. God damn. Thank you, boss. Thank you. We're not letting you down, man. Go in there.
Amazing. And after that, you're fully focused and full of positive energy, and that next shot that finds its purchase on the target, and yeah, you hit. Whereabouts on this big slug? Like it's like 15 feet long, 10 feet high at the head.
I think I would like kind of just aiming at the mass, but you said there's a tentacle that has HR, like it's on its head, like holding him up.
Yeah, so he's slumped into this cab on the floor, so like he's just sat down and slumped. But you can see now like your eyes have adjusted, and you can see that these tentacles have got like almost like this hand on the back of them, and this is what sort of like it's like 5 mini tentacles that are just gripping around his head at the back.
He looks pretty dead, right? Like, or is there a chance he's alive?
He's not moving at the moment, but it seems like it was somehow utilizing his voice or something.
Yeah, I mean, dead or alive, maybe it'll be good to bring him back anyway. So I'll aim for the tentacles that are like around his face to see if we can like free him up at all.
Excellent. So yeah, that was one success there. You deal a bit of damage to that.
Hey, isn't Dead or Alive one of the songs that you wanted us to make a goth version of?
Yep.
Specifically, Colt. It seems right up your alley.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Like I'm running to that decision all the time. I think, art imitates life kind of thing. Dead or Alive, or Come With Me. I know I do one with Jug, like trying to get it out. We should talk about this at a different time, though.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, who's acting next? You guys got the initiative, so.
I'll run up close to him. How far away is he?
The this mass, this sort of like slug-like mass. It's the
Yeah.
other side of the route. You could probably get there in a movement. But you're
Okay.
gonna have to be running over this like pool of black ooze. That's
Ink, carry me!
Sure.
Carry me!
I'll
Then I
put
still get 2 actions!
Esmeralda over my shoulder, and I will try to carry her across this ink. What happens when I'm on it?
it's bubbling away, and it's thick. And
Ooh,
it's,
can I tell what it is by looking at it since I'm a corporate goth, or do I need to roll or something?
I'll say you can make a roll. Make a goth roll. Or apocalypse.
Oh, no.
Make goth or apocalypse. I'll allow you.
I
That.
gladly
Just to see
take
if you-
apocalypse over goth right now.
Just to see.
Okay, that's two out of 3 successes. One of them's a 6.
Amazing. You've seen something or heard about something similar in the past, and as soon as you step foot into it and you see it's bubbling and it's sticky, and you sort of feel this. It feels like a hand from within this pool grips your ankle, and then it's when it clicks, and it's like this is like a spawning pool. Although it's not deep, it seems like there's just something, and you can see these black sort of fingers that sort of creep up and just sort of grab hold of your ankle. Not enough to get too tight of a grip. You manage to sort of kick it off, but that's what jogs your memory onto what this is.
Okay. I'm going to stay here next to the spawning pit, allowing Esmeralda to go towards this big monster. And I'm gonna yell to Colt, send me your liquor jug and one of your matches.
All right, here you go. Just toss it over behind me as I'm trying to like throw it at the tentacles and try to get HR out of the grip of it.
I try to grab it, but I just let it smash in front of me onto this pit, allowing. But I do catch the match, and I try to light the match and light the spawning pit on fire.
Amazing. Okay. Okay. I'll say again. You can take. I'd say take apocalypse, but we'll treat it as a combat roll. So roll if you. Yeah. I think this is going to be.
Okay.
That was an ant.
Right.
Will I have had the chance to like scurry out of what will soon be flames?
Yeah, we'll say simultaneously you've managed to, scurry across as part of your movement, and you moving up towards this creature on the stage. Okay, Dr. Ink.
I got the start of a pretty nice small straight, but it's a 3, 4, 2, 3, and a 4. So I only have 1 success unless somebody wants to give me a feather.
Feather.
I grab
you.
it. Okay, it's 2 successes.
I pull because I'm friends with all the crows. I actually pull a feather out of my hair and just give it to you before I sprint off to this creepy thing.
Amazing.
Okay.
That's 2 out of 3 successes.
As this bottle smashes on the floor, and whatever was maybe once in this that is definitely not water, that's for sure. And you drop the match, and
And it ain't spit either.
yeah, and you see that this bubbling mass starts to catch flame along the surface of it, and you see that the creature on the stage, this big sort of slug-like mass, is reels from it. And
Okay.
it's flinging like more of this tar like ooze substance off it backwards against the back wall, and revealing like in areas just momentarily this just pallid, almost translucent flesh underneath before the black pooling begins to come back over it.
Gross.
Was it 2 successes, wasn't it? So you start deal a couple of points to this thing.
Cool.
Okay. Who's up next?
I think Esmeralda's already running up there.
Yeah, Esmeralda's already run up there. So you following on from that?
Yeah. Am I in? If I will I get to be in close range? Can I go like right up and his shit?
I'd say with the movement from Dr. Ink getting you there, and then you just you easily get there.
Cool. I want to use the fan attack specifically on like the tentacle that's holding
Okay.
matey boy. HR.
HR. Okay, yeah, make that attack. As you see, like as it reels from the pain of the flames, the tentacles do start to like squirm around. You see Hemlock sort of getting ragged around from side to side momentarily. And
2 successes, finally.
Amazing. You slash into this where it's already been hit by Colt's shuriken, and you make further inroads into. It's almost like thick cable, like thick fleshy cable, and it's just again this more of this sort of, and these are just pale and again almost translucent. It's dripping, and it's starting to go a little bit limp. It's not looking too great, this tentacle.
And while I'm right up next to Hemlock, do I sense if he's breathing at all?
Yeah, so you can go. I'll say being the romantic goth and given your sort of specialities, you can sense that there is life in him, barely. You can see that now you're up close to him. You can see these like black veins running through his neck, and he looks like he's maybe in the process of taking on a gloomogen, a mutation. But he's breathing, and as far as you can tell, he's not yet turned.
Cool. Yes.
Okay. Who's up? Jimmy and Ash? What are you guys up to?
I think I would follow Colt and Esmeralda's lead and throw 2 throwing stars at the tentacle.
Amazing. Yeah, make a samurai check and let's see if we hit it.
Ooh, that's a 1 and a 4.
Okay, so yeah, the 1 will take out the 4 on that one. So you throw, and it just digs into the back wall. This sort of like curtain back wall to sort of help with the sound, and it just sticks into there. Is there anything else you want to do, or anything that Jimmy you're up to?
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, how far am I away from this thing?
I would say you haven't yet sort of moved into the room fully. I would say you're still at the doorway. So
he's moving to it in action.
Yes, yeah. So that would be you could get there in 1 movement action.
All right, and then as a free ability, could I get some shit out of my pocket?
Of course, yeah. On
All right.
your way down, yeah, I'll allow that.
Did I see these guys do some fire?
Yeah,
fire shenanigans on this thing.
The room is now lit up a little bit from this now growing, flaming area of this bubbling pool. So it's offering a little bit more light in here, and yes, it is on fire.
Is it all on fire, or is there any bits of it that need?
I mean, yeah,
firing up?
There's an area at the moment because it's technically it's literally just happened. But it does seem to be spreading.
Well, let's help it spread a bit more. Right, I'm gonna run towards this ooze. And I'm going to get out of my pocket my Zippo and my hairspray.
Hairspray flamethrower.
Yeah, I'm going to flick my Zippo open and spray my hairspray at this thing. So I'm making a mini flamethrower, right?
Amazing.
So what am I rolling for that?
I'll
samurai?
Samurai, or I'd allow Apocalypse because it is ingenuity. It's just making the most.
Could be Goth as well, because it's Goth as shit hairspray, isn't it?
All right, Vince Noir.
So you're saying that I can choose?
Yeah, I'll let you choose on this. You're making the most of what you've got on. Go for it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Apocalypse is my vibe because it's three dice. So let's go with that. Here we go.
That's the most suitable.
2 5s and a 3. I'm flamethrowing it.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. So you do more. This pool is now mostly a flame all of a sudden as you sort of and spray this area. And
You don't know what it means for me to sacrifice my hairspray.
there's,
You
there's a-
really
there's
do
a-
not. This is a lot. And can I just ask one other question before we move on?
Of course.
Is HR definitely dead? And if he's not dead, does he look like he'll ever ride a bike again?
From here, he's not moving, so you can't tell. You're that little bit too far away
Okay.
to see any closer detail.
Not that I'm rooting for his death, but come on, guys.
He's not yet. He's not moved since, apart from when the tentacle sort of shifted. And again, this slug-like mass reels.
All right. Well, I'm done with what I can do now. I've moved and fire hairsprayed him.
Okay. Ash, was there anything else you wanted to do? Because I think you've got maybe one more action that you can use if you want to. But if not, that's cool.
Ooh, can I? Yeah, I don't have any action points because I haven't hit anything yet. Can I throw another star and try to hit the tentacle?
Of course. Yeah, go for it.
Do it.
One success.
Amazing. Yeah, you hit it, and this tentacle is now hanging on by a thread. Your skills are so honed that you've all managed to hit sort of basically the same sort of area on this tentacle, and it's barely hanging on, to the point where it's now released the back of Hemlock's head as it's just now flapping around almost uncontrollably, and Hemlock fully just slumps to the floor. Okay, and now it's the slug's turn.
Oh.
Am I the? Oh no!
We're all up close and personal.
No, I think I'm the only one within close range of this thing.
From this now flaming pool, you see those creatures starting to form. One of them next to Dr. Ink, and as this creature just rises up, this humanoid shape, and stands tall, and it's more of this sort of like translucent flesh that has just now got this black just dripping off it, just running off it, and this looks like Hemlock. Looks like something's taken its form, and as you see another one rise up, and another, and these things like then just turn to one to Dr. Ink, one to Esmeralda, and the other
Identity theft is not a joke, slug.
So they start making their way over towards, yes, Dr. Ink is one that rises just next to you. Esmeralda, one sort of just at the foot of the stage in front of you and turns around to you. And the third one will be heading for, sort of making his way towards Colt. So I would like I'd like Dr. Ink and Esmeralda to both roll your samurai as you attempt to defend yourselves from these attacks.
Who fails?
Take two.
A 1 and a 4.
1 and a 4. Okay, so everything's cancelled out of your pool, Dr. Ink. So it's a swing and a miss from them. You managed to just sort of dodge out the way. You were expecting it with when it grabbed your ankle. You sort of like had an inkling. You were on edge anyway. Esmeralda, yeah, you take two more willpower points.
Can I use my reaction to make it miss?
Is that
'Cause I have the disarm ability with my shuriken that I can spend 2 action points to make them drop their weapon and miss the attack, or if they're a beast, they just cause them to miss. I don't know if that's one of two or both, but
yeah, so that's your goth ability, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It's my shuriken ability.
Shuriken ability. Okay, yeah, you can spend those 2 action points to power that, and yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, you see this one is coming towards you, but then you're blocking the one that's got Esmeralda, correct? The one
Yeah.
that's hit. And yeah, you.
Now when I rolled a 1 and a 4, that was for him to that was for his roll to hit me, so the 1 canceled out the 4.
So you're constantly in a state of combat. So even when the monsters are attacking you, so if you succeed, you would deal damage to them. So you'd be sort of
Right.
dodge and parry and attack.
But I rolled a 1 and a 4, right? So wouldn't
Yeah.
that be a bad thing?
No, so the 1 just cancels out the 4, so they both you lose both of those from your pool. If there's nothing else left, then nobody does any damage. They sort of swing and a miss.
Okay.
And you sort of likewise you sort of go to retaliate and you miss them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Colt, you fire off a couple more shurikens, and this thing as it's trying to swipe down at Esmeralda, they're not holding weapons currently, at least that you can see, and he's just going for just grabbing its hands around your throat, and it just as it gets there, and 1 in each hand, and it. I told you it was cool in here. What are you doing?
Time to give him an invoice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloomweaver, I have a question. My corporate ability, action point ability is hitting targets. I can use an action point, I think. If I fail an attack roll, I can automatically hit, dealing 1 point of damage.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I use that?
Yeah. Of course you can. Okay.
All right.
Also, do I take 1 less willpower point because Cole
say-
deflected it? Or do I not get either? Because I took 2.
Yeah, so he's reacted to your thing. So he's cancelled out your entire.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them. He's shot both hands and yeah. Excellent. Then the slug-like creature, the 3 remaining tentacles start waving around, and one shoots forward towards you, Jimmy, at the edge of the pool, and is trying to grapple you. So could you give me a samurai check, please?
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh.
Can give you a samurai check, yeah. Oh, I can't do anything at this point, can I? I've got some stuff, but that's actions. Yes, a 2 and a 1. 2 fails.
Okay, yeah. You take 2 points of willpower damage as this.
Yes.
This tentacle grabs you in the face and is starting to pull you towards it, and you
In the face.
in the face. It's just it's always just this it's just wrapping around to the back of your head, and he's just dragging you through this now flaming
Damn it.
pool.
I've just done my hair as well.
And one of the other ones is going to go for Esmeralda as a close target. So again, could you make a samurai check for me?
I have no more action points to protect you. No!
What did you roll?
2 fails.
2 fails. Get those 2 points back on that willpower, I'm afraid.
Well, that's pointless erasing them.
Same sort of.
Better than 4.
Well, I'd have 4 total if it wasn't for Cole. So thank you. There we go. I'm not nearly gloomy. It's fine.
It just wraps around your foot and pulls you down to the floor as you fall into this pool, and it's a little deeper the closer you've got to this stage area, and it's sort of soaking up to halfway across your torso as you're lay on your back as it's just pulled you in. And the third one is just waiting for a nearby target, and we'll go back to you guys. What are you doing in your next round of combat?
Can I still reach Hemlock? Sorry.
No, go for it.
Like, is Hemlock still like in if I reach out?
Yeah, you're basically you've just been pulled on your back, so yeah, you can reach out and so you're just like you're both in a heap on the floor currently.
Cool, but he's still breathing.
From what you can tell so far, yes, yeah, he seems to be breathing.
It was the last time I checked. Yeah. Cool. I will use 2 action points and pull his arm towards me, kiss his hand, and point at the slug thing. And no, wrong page. Where's the thing? Use love hurts. So healing Hemlock. Roll 1d6. 3. Oh, okay. So Slug loses 3. Hemlock gets 2.
Yeah, we'll round up. So yeah, he's got 2 back, and he as you do that, and you blow this kiss at the or point at the slug, and it doesn't even know why or what's happened. It's sort of like looking around the room, and it just suddenly just winces in pain, just like, and you see it almost shrivel momentarily before filling back up again.
For you little slug.
As Hemlock breathes a deep breath. His eyes are still closed, but he takes this deep breath.
Cool. And then I will slash at a tentacle with my second thing. 1 success.
Excellent. You sever the tentacle that's nearest to you, that was once attached to HR, and yeah, that just, and again you just hear this as it then shoots a look at you with these 6 eyes, 3 each side, and this now gaping maw as it's starting to maneuver its way slowly, but you have its attention. Who's up next? Ash, were you saying something a minute ago?
I was gonna run over to Jimmy and with some of my throwing stars try to slash at the tentacle that's like on his face.
Please.
Like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Go for it. Yeah, make a samurai check. See if you can get that thing off his face.
Ooh, 6 and a 2, so 1 success, and then a 5, so 2 success.
Awesome. Yeah, you start making inroads into this thick tentacle. Yeah, it's just about holding on. It's still gripping onto his face, but yeah, you've started making inroads into getting this on as he's like slowly being pulled through this pool of this flaming pool that he's caused.
Thanks.
Oh God.
I always knew I'd be my own end.
And you can see the flame is spreading around this thing now. Quite.
I'll be going, don't worry. Could I just ask about my action point ability? Would am I still, if I try to do that, am I still going to be ensnared?
So what is your ability? Just remind me.
My ability is swarm form.
That seems like a genius way to get out of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just didn't want it if it captured one part of me to rip my face off or something, so I end up reappearing with no face.
Just no nose.
That'd be really bad for my line of work.
Yeah, you bursting into your swarm form. What describe your?
Well, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to grab hold of my collar, pull it tight, and my shirt's going to explode. And where I was standing, there's just a swarm of bats, and he's just going to fly to the back of the room and reappear. And I'm just going to be like that with my collar and just straighten it out again.
Yeah,
you are the raven.
Yep.
It's just like tentacles sort of like in the midair. It was once holding something, and it's sort of like it's grasping for something that's not there. It's confused. It had you, and then it didn't.
Damn it! It got a bit of my collar. It's going to pay for that.
Gotta send him the invoice.
Right.
And that's it, because I kind of used, I think it's fair to say that I did that and then I moved. So we'll say I'm out of range now.
Yes. Yeah, you're back of the room, and yeah, you're safe for now.
Yeah, and this is where I do what I do best, at the back of the room. Out of the way.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything on this turn?
Well, I haven't done anything yet, so I will just same thing. I'll help get HR out of the clutches of the tentacles and just hack away with shurikens, throwing them, distracting, all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah. The tentacle that was attached to him has been severed. So he's free, and you can see that Esmeralda seems to have done something and helped heal him, and he seems to take this deep breath, although his eyes are still shut presently. But it seems to
does the monster look like it's getting hurt, or is it like pretty strong, and it's like not even close.
It's taken a few cuts and some burns, but other than that, at the minute, it's still standing pretty sturdy.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit risky because I've grown to love this bandmates of mine, and with Dr. Inkwell showing me an ungodly amount of love and support that only Jimmy the Ravens has ever shown me at small amounts of time throughout our relationship as his number one groupie for Jimmy and the Ravens. I see that the turn of the tide is like we're making progress, but this thing is still just like oozing about, and it doesn't look I feel like it's not looking good. And I'm just going with my gut, and I want to give them a chance to escape. So I'll like use my action to like run in close. There's a tentacle that's like kind of freewheeling, flopping around. They're like, you guys have shown me more love than I've ever seen in my entire post-apocalyptic life, and I cannot risk you dying here today. Write a song about me. Remember me through the annals of other future performances. Remember the name called Blackwell. Hey, big guy, I'm your new puppet now. And I'll just put his tentacle on my head and just try to give them a moment or some sort of distraction to like take HR and run out the door and just accept to be like the new mouthpiece of this eldritch gloom weave horror for future traps to happen.
Wow. Okay. Fucking hell. Yeah, you think this thing.
I think you broke out.
And for a moment, it's sort of like the tentacle thing doesn't respond, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, like it starts gripping around to the back of your head. Yeah, and you guys, you have a moment, and it just you notice from the pool these hat shapes starting to appear.
I use my turn to run up to where Colt just got adhered to the slug, and I bring my katana out, and I whisper in the ear that has yet to be covered by the slug's tentacle, and I say, "No Goth left behind." And I bring my sword down on the tentacle.
Amazing. Yeah, roll it.
Nice.
Later of life, you're coming with me. Later of life.
That is a 6 and a 2. I'm going to explode the 6. And that's a 1.
Okay, so you still get the success. Yeah, you start making a dent in it.
Yeah, and can I use my second turn?
Of course. Yeah, go.
My second action, I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. That's a 4 and a 2.
Okay, yeah, you do get another sort of hack into it, and it's sort of like your blade's going in, but it's sort of only getting so far, and it's like just sort of mushing and into the cable. But you're making these cuts, and you're getting there, sort of about halfway through.
Don't you give up on me, Colt. Don't you give up on me.
Get her alive.
Somebody help me. Somebody help me.
Can I use my second action?
Of course, go for it.
So I'll run up and spend an action point and use my creepy demonic ability. So just from under my pink hair, my smile grows, and it's like growing really, really big, and it's just rows of creepy demonic sharp teeth. And I come up and I bite the creepy tentacle that's holding Colt.
Amazing. Yeah, make a roll for it.
2d6, and then I take the highest number for damage, which is a 6.
Amazing.
Nice.
You just chow right through this tentacle as it bursts.
Get her alive.
Yeah.
Does it taste like chicken?
Demonic pink monster.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
You just from your mouth is just this black goo just
Yeah.
out of this. Like,
It's worth it. It's fine.
And yeah, and as Colt, this thing just drops from your face. You're dead or alive. Yeah, fucking it. That's ace. I'm gonna give an action point out for that as well, Ash. That's I like that.
Yes.
No, great.
Bravo.
Who's up next, or are we all taking our turns? You have this moment now of that Colt has sort of created this bit of this moment of confusion. So there is still a bit of a window if anybody was making a break or getting HR, who's starting to like come to now. He's looking around, like holding the back of his head and looking to
I think
Esmeralda, and who are you? You. Is this the rejects? You here?
we made it, and we're gonna get you out of here. And if I technically used my 2 actions, but I will just like grab his hand and start running to the back of the room with him if I can.
Yeah, you start getting to both of you getting to your feet. I'll say, and he's sort of like a bit shaky on his feet, but he's sort of coming back in. Oh man, I thought I was dreaming there for a moment. Oh God. What? Ah! As he just sees this thing right next to him, this giant mass, and he's just like, oh God, the supplies.
I grab his head, and I'm like, no, look at me. We've got you. It's okay. We're gonna kill that thing, and we're gonna go. Breathe, 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 breathe.
The supplies are behind the bar. The supplies are behind the bar. And
Okay, who do I see is nearest to the bar?
Probably Jimmy now. Jimmy, or I think Colt was quite relatively far back.
What? Who's near the bar?
Colt.
I will just sort of relay and shout back to the rest of the group. All the supplies are behind the bar.
Ah. So they are.
With his whiskey in hand.
You're just there like chugging whiskey. Huh?
He's going through the optics.
Yeah, I'll jump over the bar.
Okay, is that everybody taking their turns and what they want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the slug creature has started moving towards Esmeralda as it sort of shifted itself round. It gives sort of this one big sort of, you assume it's tense up. It's like, it is just like one big muscle, and it's just tenses up, and it just sort of reels itself up in the air and flops down next to you. Make a samurai check for me as this thing is trying to land on you and HR.
Yeah. No, I'm going to use the other dice. Those ones have been screwing me. Let's go. Fuck. 2 successes.
Awesome. So you managed to sort of dodge out of the way of it, and with your fan, sort of deflect, but you also, you've got sharp edges on this fan, and you manage to cut through into its flesh, and it takes a couple more points of damage and just lands just to the side of you. It's almost half blocking your escape off the stage, but you manage to dodge the attack. Okay, and these last 2 remaining tentacles that it's got, one that is confused in midair, looking for Jimmy, and he notices around him that it's got Dr. Ink not too far away, and this tentacle starts thrusting towards you, and is aiming for your face and trying to latch on. So if you could make a samurai check to see if you dodge this or deflect an attack.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's for you, buddy.
Ooh, okay. That is a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so it latches onto your face again and just pulls you down into this flaming pool, as these flames are starting to lick up around you've got some nice clothes on, and these are starting to get singed.
Do I take damage for that?
You'll take an extra point for that as well. So you take you rolled two failures, didn't you? I believe, was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, take 2 points of willpower damage on that.
Okay. In response to that, and I finally get to activate my katana ability, Counter Strike. When you fail a combat roll and take damage, you spend 2 action points to deliver an immediate counter strike. Roll 2d6, taking the highest result, dealing that amount of damage. Can I attempt to attack the tentacle that I'm that's attached to me?
Yeah, you retaliate.
Nice.
Send that invoice.
Okay, well, it's a 2 and a 3, so it takes 3 points of damage.
Awesome. Yeah, the tentacles sort of like it's still attached, but it is you've made some. Yeah, it's not much. It's hanging by a thread. Yeah.
I'm asking for help.
Amazing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So if I see him down dealing with it and everyone's trying to get the supplies from the bar, I'll just look over and return the favor and then pick up the door that's on the floor with the hole through it still and leave it up. My clothes are tattered and singeing with acid residue from the ooze. No Goth left behind. Just run in with the door like Captain America style, sort of like body check into it.
Amazing. Yeah, because that would be. We'll say that's the first move of the next round. So the creatures. In fact, yeah, we'll just merge it in with you. So you're starting to charge over towards Dr. Ink to help him, as you got these three other. They look like HR, but are these translucent fleshy things. And one turns, sees you come in, and is trying to intercept, and starts charging. Not today! I'm getting you! He just leaps at you and just tries to tackle.
Inkwell taught me how to do a proper running charge start, and I'm not going to let this go to waste. Do my best NFL tackling stance and just try to charge forward.
Yeah, roll a samurai check to see if you can dodge the attack. And the other two will be making one charging towards Ash, and the other one was over near Esmeralda and HR is
a 2, 4, and a 6. So that explodes because it's combat. And that's a 5.
I mean, yeah, you just destroy this thing as it's charging towards you. You've got the door up. Just walk us through that. You two are charging against each other, and you've got this door up. What happens?
So as I said, like, no God left behind, and I kind of cinch on the leather straps that I've affixed to it by now. And like pure Avengers Endgame style, just like just run towards this thing as Inkwell has the tentacle on the ground, and kind of hoping like he kind of clocks me maybe like through his the tentacle on his mouth, kind of sees me running, and it maybe Inkwell, if you allow me, describe you like kind of lean like hunching over so I can jump off your back and like a combo move and just like uppercut with the door. So I get a bit of air and then take and go as I come back down.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's starting back on your guys' turn. There's the one that was loitering by the stage, that was just sort of staring down Esmeralda and HR, waiting for their move off the stage. But at the minute they're just waiting. So it's back to you guys. What are you doing? There's this room by now as well. The flames are continuing to grow. I'll say this creature takes another few points of damage as well. It's still reeling from it as these flames are especially now starting to get closer and closer. And you see that where there's like tables and chairs sort of against the walls, they're starting to catch a little bit of this flame. So it could be.
So it's our turn right now?
It is your turn, and the room is getting more and more on fire, and as the smoke is starting to. This doesn't burn well. This doesn't. I mean, it's putrid. It's awful. It smells already.
Hot garbage.
Burning smell. It's like,
am I disconnected from the tentacle right now?
Almost. It's sort of
Almost.
loosening its grip, but it's still on your face at the moment.
Am I still in control of my faculties? Can I attack it myself?
Yeah, you are still in control of yourself at the moment.
All right. That's a 4 and a 5.
Awesome. You slice up again with your katana, and it just drops off your face as you see what's left of it just twirling around in the air and like going back into this slug-like creature. And there's another.
I stand back up. I put my hand on Colt's shoulder and I say, "No Goth left behind. Let's get out of here." And I start running for the door.
Awesome. Yeah. Is anybody following suit, or were you what the rest of you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, can I just be on my way out, because I am the furthest away and probably stood on the back? Can I just be a complete ass and fire 2 arrows into this
Absolutely.
flaming mess?
Absolutely.
I'm going to go Legolas and just do 2 like in quick succession like that. Just
roll it.
or on a base for anybody that's into their base. A dum dum. I'm going to do one of those.
Do at the same time.
Right. Not that there's anybody into base in this group, but 2-3. So that's just me being too cocky with my first shot.
Does anybody want to use a feather?
Yeah, I'll use a feather on one of those.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'll feather the other.
Oh, just
Awesome.
come on then.
2 successes.
Yeah.
And you're aiming for the beak.
My arrow gets diverted off a feather that's just down.
Ricochet.
Nice. Here comes the second one. Legolas has got
Yeah,
nothing.
sex
on me.
feather.
Oh, 1 and a 5. Beautiful. That cancels that out.
Yeah.
Bye.
But yeah.
So the second one, I did get too cocky. The second one, sorry, Dr. Ink.
just
Nearly hit you.
head, just past and into the wall at the far side.
Okay. That's me. I'm going to stop trying to be cocky now, and I'm going to get the hell out of there with a panic look on my face.
Did anyone get the supplies?
Oh, shit. Hang on. I'm going to get back behind the door because I've used all my actions. And I'm next to the supplies. I forgot about the supplies.
I'll grab a handful of the supplies, and if there's like a metal pipe or anything, or like a leg of a chair, I'll grab that on the way out, and we can maybe like shut this thing in here on our way out.
Yeah.
I get exclusively all black clothes. Any black merch from Jimmy and the Ravens or Metallica merch, I'm getting only black clothes and getting out of here.
Just
I can
piles of Jimmy and the Black Ravens merch has just never been touched. Just all perfectly
I have
packed.
to make this now. I'm going to have to actually make this.
Amazing. So
Okay.
you grabbing some bits and booking it for the door. Colt and Esmeralda. So you guys are still up on the stage near this thing. Oh no, sorry, Colt. You charged out, didn't you, and took something down, and you.
I went with Inkwell. We were both kind of like
Perfect.
tag teaming together, running out.
So Esmeralda.
Is Inkwell the leveled up form of Dr. Ink?
Yeah, Dr.
He
Inkwell.
inked so well.
So yeah, Esmeralda, you are currently up on stage with this thing. There's Marshall cabs behind you. You can see that it looks like there's part of a guitar poking out through this Ica, but like the opposite side to where you are, you can see that there's where this thing is now moved out of the way from. You could get around. There's a gap the other side, but in the minute it's blocking you in against this back wall. And you can see just around it where everybody else is either by the bar or making their way for the door. You've been abandoned.
Yeah, I've got to run because if I hit it right now, then it's going to be its turn and I'm the only one here. Yeah, I ran towards the bar with a Hemlock to make sure that all the supplies have been picked up.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to get as far as the door because you're also sort of helping Hemlock. He was getting his legs back as we go through. But yeah, and he's around. You get to the bar area and he sees like Ash and Jimmy with getting stuff, and he's just takes one like quick look over. Yeah, I think that's all it. Let's get the hell out of here. And
Don't worry, Hemlock, we got you. My bike's waiting outside.
what? You bought one too? Yeah, he's just sort of looking around. He's like, "Oh, we got 2 bikes, cool." And he's sort of like making his...
Well, yours didn't fare so well. Fortunately, I've got one just like yours.
Oh, cool! We'll talk about it outside. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Uh-huh.
And it's just flames.
Yeah,
licking
if we're out of like melee with everything, I think the whole group will just now run for the door.
Yeah. He's definitely running. I'm running and talking.
These sort of like duplicate creatures that is of Hemlock, they're just what's left of them is getting enshrouded in flame, and this beast that's on the stage just it can't really move very far, and it looks kind of trapped. It's starting to look a little worse for wear, but it's still thrashing around a little bit. But yeah, you've got a moment to maybe get out of here at least.
Can we make more fire before we go? Has anyone got a way of...
I got more hairspray,
Yeah,
but more
he wants
not
some
Zippo.
hairspray.
Oh, your cigar.
Oh, give me the whole can, please.
Yes,
It'll be worth it, Jimmy, I promise. I just throw the can into the, like, far in to just kaboom.
And it's just this burst of hairspray and flame, and it just catches onto some more of like the tables and chairs and on the stage, and just everything, and this curtain at the back is all just getting caught up, and this beast is thrashing around in the flames and the smoke. You guys make your way out into the shop front, and looking out the window, you can see the bike parked up, still locked up against the pipe outside. There's been a bit of commotion, and you can see silhouettes moving in the darkness from over the road, sort of starting to spill out of this church over the road. You can't quite make out exactly what they look like, but you can just see movement, and it seems to be coming out of this side door to a church on the opposite side of this road. What are you doing?
Well, I was never one for going to church. Can we just get the hell out of here?
You all
I'm giving it that.
We're
We're gonna-
like,
Yeah.
I think Colt should definitely ride my bike home, though. Take his
You've still got the
25%.
door. He's not got any new
of it.
hinges for it yet, but you've still got a door.
Oh, shit, we got to get out of the door.
I'll do it for dear life.
Yeah, the door, that's good, yeah, okay.
We Jenga towering ourselves onto this bike again.
With Hemlock, so you got an extra body on there. So
Oh, no!
Yes.
Jimmy and the Raven
Okay,
and Hemlock can be on each other.
Yeah.
I'll go driving it with Dr. Ink like facing each other. He's like hugging my waist. And you got the other two behind him. Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
someone sit on the handlebars.
This is
I
great.
thought we had two bikes.
Sitting over the handlebars.
Oh, you said there was two. There's a
Fantastic.
bike like mine. Where's the other bike?
I got dissolved in black icky goo. Don't worry about it. It sucks. But yeah, we got this one. We found this one somewhere else, not near that one at all. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. And he's sort of looking around, and you can just see these silhouettes now in the night that are pouring out, and this cacophony of noise is all around, and you are just being chased on this bike. Give me an apocalypse check, I guess. I think what we did before to balance. See if you guys can balance on this thing.
Oh,
Those of
great.
you-
is that everyone?
Fabulous.
Colt,
I've actually-
Colt is fine.
Wait,
Whoever's sitting behind him will be fine. But everyone else who's forming a pyramid,
I've got loads of feathers, guys, so just let me know if things are
I
going
rolled a 5, a 1, and a 1.
Oh, my word. 3. I'm talking about my feathers. I've rolled a 3, a 2, and a 2.
Okay, who needs feathers?
Me?
I have feathers, actually. I haven't
I don't know
used
if it's
any
going
of
to help
mine.
me.
I have 2 feathers I can give out.
I need one
I have
feather
3.
to bump
I
that
haven't used
quick.
any of mine. I will use all of them to make everyone succeed.
Can we use feathers on ourselves, or can we only use them on other
only
people?
on other people.
All right, well, can someone let me have a feather, please?
Yeah, I've got 3 in reserve.
Oh, thank you.
Danny.
Yeah, come on then. That'll do.
Wizard.
Thank you.
Okay, so you all. It's a bit of a bumpy start, and with the extra body on there and the extra weight and the extra height to this pyramid that we have formed on this bike, and you all sort of go backwards slightly, and you manage to catch yourselves just, and you start going as fast as this bike will take you down this road, and in the distance you can see signs for the refinery and like an A road and stuff, so you know you're getting back on the right path, and you just about manage, with things catching up to you with the extra weight, break out of this town centre, and you're starting to head back, this time not through the woods. You've managed to find the road that runs along the side, and making your way along there, in the darkness, under the moonlight, and in the distance you can see the subtle glow of the lantern room at Black Lantern, just glowing as this little beacon of hope and home. And yeah, you make your way along the side of the trees. You can see eyes glinting in the moonlight from within the trees, but you're going fast enough to get by all of these things. You notice in the distance just behind you as you pass a tree falls, but you're going too quick. You manage to get past, and then you're onto the safety of your territory of the woodland, and eventually you reach the switchback road back up to Black Lantern with supplies and with, albeit a forever changed Hemlock. He doesn't seem to be looking his usual self with these black veins coming up. There's some sort of mutation going on, but he seems to have control of himself and his faculties. And you get up to those black gates with "Fuck the Gloom" in bright pink on the doorways.
Fuck the Gloom.
And you make your way back home, behind the safety of the gates, into the yard. And waiting, standing in the lantern window, is Lilith. And she makes her way through her beaded door and down the stairs and comes out and... Oh, you made it back. Oh my goodness. And she sees this pyramid and she's... Where did you find Hemlock? Is he amongst you? And she's just...
Throw him. Have him.
I don't throw him. I just sort of, I'm like, go on, buddy. You got the, now's the time.
Boot in his back. There you go.
He makes it, like, stumbles over to her, and there's a moment, and she gives him a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then a slap around that same cheek. Do not go back. You do not go back again. It's too dangerous. We'll go into this later. Thank you for bringing him back. And the supplies. You managed to gather all of the supplies?
Yep, everything.
And you've managed to keep hold of the door. Is that the same door? It looks like a different door.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah,
same
so
door.
yeah, it's technically, yes, it is the same door, but look, like I couldn't figure out how to fix it for you. I do truly apologize, but I think I've created a new in-demand product, door shield. It's tested in the field, tried and true. If we go around to dilapidated buildings with doors intact, I think we've got a new way of making some income.
I like the ingenuity, and the beads are working quite well so far. So thank you. Just thank you all, the Black Lantern Rejects. I think you'll be headlining the next Gloom Festival. I think you all deserve a rest and maybe a drink. I'm
gonna need some new jugs, but doable.
We have plenty of jugs. Jugs are good. But yeah, like get yourself a drink. Come on, let's chill out, listen to some music, and enjoy what's left of the evening. Get yourselves patched up if you need. And thank you.
We could probably still at the merch table. I'm just saying, it's pretty sweet.
And I think
hey, Cole, we forgot to get your water.
Ah, son of a! And then it just like.
I think
Let's go back.
I think that's a perfect place to end it, guys. Yeah, thank you guys for joining in with this. It's been awesome having all of you here. Such amazing people, amazing role players. I hope everyone watching has enjoyed it as well. It's the first time getting to run this as a live actual play. So if you dig what you saw and you want to grab a copy, we have PDFs and physical versions available on the Unite the Realms store. But for now, we'll go around everyone one last time and just big yourselves up, what you do, what you've got lined up, maybe what you've got coming up. So we'll start with Johnny Stanton.
My name is Johnny Stanton. You can find me on the internet at Johnny Stanton IV. That's Johnny Stanton IV. And yeah, appreciate you, Anthony, for having us on the show, man.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go to Jodie.
Hi, I'm Jodie. I run Jodie's Dice Farm, which is a handmade dice and tabletop accessory brand that focuses entirely on sustainability and being eco-friendly. So if you like buying cool things, go to jodiesdicefarm.com, or you can find me online anywhere with @jodiesdicefarm. It's been great fun. Thank you, Ant.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely check out Jodie's stuff. It is incredible. We did a collaboration last year, didn't we, for some Forged Stone dice, and they went down really well, and yeah, they were phenomenal. Next up, Dicecream.
Yeah, made some sexy Unite the Realm dice.
Yeah, let's go, Kev.
Yeah, hello. You can find me at Dicecream Sandwich on all the interwebs, making weird, fun D&D TTRPG content where all you get your content platforms are sold. I also work with QuestKeep, TTRPG studio, who make amazing shows and content on YouTube. And I also look after the content over there on TikTok and Instagram. We're always doing so many fun things. And they also have their own actual play, Eat, Slay, Love, that goes live on Tuesdays on their Twitch channel, 6 p.m. PST. And yeah, you can find all that on Twitch and Instagram, TikTok, all of that. So yeah, it was super fun to be here and hang out with all of you and play some fun games. System's really fun. Tony, you should be very proud of what you made. It is a lot of fun and can't wait to see more.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, let's move on to Tim.
Yeah, I'm Tim. Just search for Critical Kit. You'll find me. I write RPGs for a living, original RPGs, and I'm contractually obliged by myself to tout which side is it. This one, Punk is Dead, it launches on Backer Kit in 2 days. It's a post-apocalyptic songwriting TTRPG. The short sell is it's Scooby-Doo with mosh pits and music.
Amazing. I can't wait for that game. And last but not least, Sam.
I'm Sam Rusk at Samurai Rusk, and I am a nerdy tattooer, and I make nerdy art. Have some fun stuff coming up.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks to everybody for watching, and thanks once again to these awesome people for joining us on this.
Thank you, Anne. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody enjoy the rest of their week, and yeah, this will be up on YouTube for keepsies soon, and on Twitch for the next few days as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Round of applause for Ant.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Woo!